go. We're doing it. We're here. We're live. We're live at 5.
As Wales have a chance.
Welcome to Live at 5. We've got like a sort of watch on going on with the Wales games on, so we'll be commenting on it. So
yeah,
feel free to stick the Wales game on
as well. That's a flash header.
Wales looking very much like Australia.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
and there's some kind of Tim Cahill clone type thing going on.
Ben Davies wearing the 4, looking like Cahill had the header in.
He did.
Just wide, first attempt.
He was also the number 4. Turkey playing Wales in Azerbaijan. Huge game in Baku. A lot of Turkish fans in the ground, about 300 Welsh, I believe. Wales have started. Oh, Turkey, sorry.
In the box. Goes down.
Corner. Penalty.
Goal kick.
I knew it was one of them.
One of the 3.
I knew it was one of them.
It was going to be one.
You named the 3 and hoped you were right with
We've got Ned and we've got Cam.
Yes.
Ned Cam, as I like to call him.
Yeah. Chat and Wham.
Yeah, Chat and Wham
Which
with Ned
will
and
be
Cam.
their new podcast.
It's going to be their new podcast. Or, let us know what you think about this one. We were talking about this one before on our live show before. We think they should start a food-based YouTube channel.
Review.
Called Ned and Cam Eating Scram.
Out of a van. Maybe
but you haven't got a van though.
Could be one.
So that's false advertising.
Ned's got a van.
You can't even drive.
I've not got a van.
In fact, I don't even think those little arms could use a steering wheel.
Whoa, can you say that? Little arms. Thought Jordan Pickford had that.
Are you saying
Bit
Jordan Pickford's got little arms?
No, I'm saying that's an insult that gets thrown at Jordan Pickford.
You've physically got little arms.
I've got quite a long reach.
No. I mean, if you go round, so about girth.
Oh, yeah, but
you'll realise this. It's all about girth. People want girth, not length. Right? So, the girth of your arms. This is what happened in Germany with Baz. You were all after his girth. No, that was the people. That's what they were called. Mr. and Mrs. Girth.
Yeah. Adam Brooks says, to be honest, with all the Jag rumours, I'm surprised Dean Smith hasn't yet been mooted.
Will be now you've said
he's
it.
Not. He's too busy buying players.
He's buying players and he's too busy having a plan. Andre L says, get the likes in, boys. Cheers, Andre. Ash Wood says, good morning from Australia, lads.
Good morning, mate.
Morning, Ash, mate. I mean, you might be like an
in Alice Springs.
Celtic Vape says, are we there yet? Captain Boogaloo says, Baz and Ped in the hot seats, Ped the motivator, and Baz the coach and tactical coach. There you go. RC Minjico says, yes now. Jonathan says, yes. Good to see you all. Adam Hogan bears in it. Shoot! Aaron Ramsey. Absolutely.
Why did he just pull it back?
Why is he laughing?
Why is he pulling an Australia kit?
Oh my God, why isn't he pulling it back?
Gareth Bale.
Look at this.
Just
pull it across.
1-0.
Ramsey.
Oh my God! What are you doing? You big Juventus fool.
Rambo, that was a chance.
Oh my God.
Oh, Rambo.
They just took an Everton corner.
All the way back.
Just took an Everton corner. Oh my God.
Celtic Vape says, how about Baz and the Orange Club show? No chance. Luca Farrell says, just joined the live and I hear Ped saying they care about length, not girth.
No, they care about girth, not length.
Yeah, care about girth.
If it's length, not girth.
Everyone knows that.
Well, longer thing goes right in. Lewis G says, what a chance for Wales. It was a chance. David Snook says, just for discussion purposes, was talking to my pal about best individual seasons for Everton players. I said Baines 12-13, Lukaku 16-17. Any other shouts? We were talking since 92. Jeez, a long way back there, haven't you? Best individual seasons.
That was before Premier League.
Beardsley was a belter. Don't know, what about like Barkley 13-14?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely up there.
Yeah.
I mean, just pause one sec.
Lukaku
Have a think. 16-17 Lukaku.
Yeah.
Just because of that made me think of Foot Like a Traction Engine. What about Richard Mead today? Have you watched the video? We're not going to discuss it, but
I can't bring myself to watch.
You need to watch the video because you will love what he said.
Isn't it something about the Hitler Youth?
It was insane, but you need to see him say it though. Okay. It's only 30 seconds. Watch it and then get back.
Yelovich in the second half of.
It's a shout.
12.
Yelovich is a shout. Him and Papacis, who literally looked like two strikers that didn't know how to miss, soon turned into two strikers that didn't know how to score. But incredible. Royal Blue says, seriously worried going into this season. Can see us having the same conversation again in 12 to 18 months. Let Brands do his job. Yeah.
That's a shitter, that.
Defo.
Keeper it just hits the keeper.
Trash 80 says, will we have a manager in time for the Florida Cup? Yeah.
That is Wolves' kit.
I mean, you'd like to think so. Yeah, but even if it was right, if it was Roberto Martinez, right, and he got far, you don't need to carry on rolling, you clown. He got far.
Oh! Took a little deflection.
Fuming.
He's fuming.
Absolutely livid. Even if it was Martinez and he got to the final, Bjork there, that finishes on July the 11th. Everton 2 weeks later played their first game in the Florida Cup on the 25th. So, we would have a manager by then.
Welcome, Roberto Mancini.
Soph Gallagher says, welcome, Roberto Martinez, it'll be. Tired of this manager talk, lads. It's so depressing, the names. Benitez, Howe and Martinez depress me.
There you go.
Not really much more to say there, Soph.
Just enjoy the Euros.
That's it.
Enjoy the Euros.
No, but you try to do it, and you do as Wales break.
Go on.
But it's that thing that's hanging over you.
Get in the box! Square the box! Oh!
Good move, that though. The Welsh, this has been an excellent start. It really has. Wales are flying here.
No, what I think it is as well, because it's a later game. It's like a late o'clock kick over there, isn't it? And he's just caught one in the go.
The gonads, but that's the way it is. Liam Townsend says, I was against Rafa at first, lads, but I think he played defensive football at Newcastle because they never had the players. He's won a good amount of trophies, and I actually think
he was very defensive at Liverpool as well.
I spoke to Paul Machin, money mate, about him before.
Money!
Basically, he said he was like, Rafa likes to play like 5-5, basically.
Get up!
5 for defence, 5 for attack. And if he's got the players, it's actually really effective. And he said Everton wouldn't need that much, wouldn't need to change really that much. Just a couple of extra players, and he'd turn them into it. It's defo get them in Europe and all that.
You all got a shortbread. I
still look. Just literally just there.
Management.
I can't just walk out now, can I?
But I mean, really, like, we're expecting some kind of drink, but given you don't know how to make a drink, why should you be rewarded?
I literally make
Luke Sage says who's winning a battle of the kits between Wales and Turkey.
I like Wales' kit.
Yeah, I think Wales.
I'm Turkey's red.
Wales, yeah.
Wales.
100%.
Ned.
Not picking a red kit.
Yeah,
4-0 Wales.
It's
Adam Brooks,
Nuno.
Gaultier, Conte or Duncan?
Gaultier.
Conte.
Gaultier, I think.
Gaultier.
I says some boss vids lads lately, keep them coming. Leslie Wainwright said should have been Moyes, end of story. And yes, Moyes is right, was not appreciated for what he done. Big mistake not getting him back, especially with the money.
You might not have been able to get him back though, that's the thing. He signed a contract with West Ham.
I mean, let's be honest, we would have got Moyes. If Everton would have gone to Moyes, we want your number one, he'd have been here, like that. I think so.
I agree.
I really think even though he's just got West Ham, Everton is still his club. He said that himself. But they haven't, and he's for himself and probably for his own career, he's probably better off being at West Ham. Probably an easier job at the moment. Mark Riding said, I struggle with Sammy Lee sat on the bench. Genuinely don't think I could handle Rafa. I actually quite like Sammy Lee, I said this yesterday, because he just moaned and hated referees and fought officials, so I had all day for that. And he actually showed a bit of emotion on the line, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Adam Logan says, I want Silva back.
Sure.
Ash Wood says Joe Yobo 06 to 09.
Oh yeah, Joseph Yobo was class.
Lewis
Oh!
Eamon Root there with the header.
Great ball.
And Kinshelskis 95-96.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Incredible season that from him. Michael Bates says, surely the only man we should be speaking to is Conte. Okay.
Yeah.
Jaden Katrina says, what time are you on in the Wales game? We are on 12:37 at the moment.
12:37.
Jack Jones thinks Martinez has got unfinished business here.
Yeah,
get us
relegated.
Yeah. Anthony McEvert says, don't want Rafa end of, just sort this mess out blues. Sol BF says, Gareth Bale looks awful, completely washed up. And
that was cheeky, wasn't it?
Good effort there.
Chenza Lunda.
Chenza. Big Chenza.
Good effort there. I hate international football, says Paul Gate.
No, you can't hate. You can't hate tournament footy. It's amazing.
Yeah, boss. Cyberdyne 08. Good reference to thingy there. Terminator says Joe Parkey 94-95. Yeah. Eric Lee says he wants Potter. June Cairn says Raphael. Does he mean Raphael? Raphael would be a good option for Everton. Good technical manager. Will move Everton forward.
Raphael from the Ninja Turtles?
Don't know.
Well, his name is Raphael, isn't it? Raphael Benitez. So.
Yes. Willie Moyes says...
what did he let that go out for?
Do you think Everton are waiting for a manager from a country playing in the Euros?
Yeah, the Austrian manager.
If they are, for me, it's Roberto Martinez. Who do you be waiting for? Adam Brooks says, why are managers stalling? Is it our plans? Is it the recent history? Or is it knowing how long do you be back for?
I can sniff.
Why is that his name? Not why is that his name, obviously, because that's what his mum and dad choose, but I would have never pronounced that the way they pronounce it. I think
he said, hasn't he doesn't want to go to a club team. So.
Yogi Love. Yogi, big Yogster.
I mean, he's just punched it.
He just took the legs out of it.
Wormy Spoons really wants us to get Galtier. Jack Jones says Mashiri out.
I mean, you can't sort of vote owners out. That's difficult. You know, if you've got a couple of billion to spend.
Red, patron comments. Please, mate.
Jay Munsey in at number 1 again.
You've just thrown the gauntlet down there.
Oh, hi. Gary Ward, howdy. Tyler Kimber, hey lads, how much truth is there in the Benitez links?
We don't know, effectively.
I think there's an interest in him.
RCO2, so you think Everton will be scouting players at the Euros, or is it too much of an inflated market?
They'll be scouting players at the Euros because that's the responsible thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, they are, because we know that they're trying to get Denzel Dumfries, so...
Owen Parks, do you still think Nuno is the favourite for the job? He is with Sky Bet and what have you. But...
It's hard to say whether he's still a favourite because last week some journos had him signed and sealed and delivered on Friday night, even though I was surprised he went so big on that when there was no way that was the case. So it was a bit weird that he went showing a couple of phone calls to the right people would have told him that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
But the fact. Chance!
Oh, what's he doing? Oh, what's he doing? How has he not scored though?
Oh, he's just whipped him up.
How did he not score? How did he not score? It was basically an open goal. Oh, you big Welsh people.
Wales have had 2 great chances here already. My word.
Oh, he not scored.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Anyway, go on.
Christian says, who's the new manager?
Me.
Yeah, next.
Max, up, starting line off England's match on Friday. Would you keep it the same? If not, who would come in?
Couldn't care less.
I'd bring...
Scotland aren't much of an attack.
I'd bring Luke Shaw in at left back and I'd get Jack Grealish in there as well.
For Mason Mount?
Mount had a good game the other day, but I don't know, I think Grealish has got to play, personally.
Quick refresh.
They'll take Ding out, won't they?
Foden.
They'll take Foden out.
And then just bring him on with half an hour to go.
Easy option to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Young kid. We'll say he's tired.
Lovely ball again. Oh.
How come they haven't replayed that chance? I know the ball hasn't gone out, but I thought that should have been a goal, that.
I didn't see any visible VAR check, but they were screaming for a handball.
Well, they would have checked it, wouldn't
they? No, it will have been checked, but normally they let you know.
This is the beauty of the system they use.
Yeah, it's better than the Premier League.
Will it still be here now?
Yeah,
still be here.
Still be there going, what's happening here? What's happening?
Come on, chose the chance. You fools. Ooh.
You are a fool.
He's got good muscle definition in his arm.
Oh, that's actually a good.
That was handball. Nobody haven't showed the actual chance. Who was it? The thing.
It was Thingy from Leicester.
Yeah.
Sunshine. This is not a penalty. That.
They haven't actually showed the chance.
No, I know.
You fools.
Go on, Ned. You should be racing through them.
Gareth Hughes, hi guys. Back after 2 days. Bedridden with sunstroke. Way worse than I thought it would be. Not well at all. That's what you get for going out all day with no cream when you have ginger skin. Lesson learned.
I went out all day yesterday with no cream. Look at me.
Learned.
I'm the hero that you need in the ginger community.
You're not like proper ginger though, either. There's more blonde and auburn in yours.
Get out.
While you're out, get a short.
My proper orange, and yours is like.
But yours has been like.
Yours is like strawberry blonde.
Yours, the toxins in St. Helens that add to yours.
I don't think that's factually.
There's also the
scientifically.
There's the inbreeding as well in St. Helens.
That's also not scientifically factually correct.
Your mum is your sister.
I think more what you're talking about, Ned, is the fair skin as opposed to the hair, because you can be.
I've got lighter skin. Then
your fair skin makes.
Right, so hang on. So is David Moyes not ginger?
He's grey now.
Well, he's still ginger, isn't he? But he's still ginger.
Yeah.
Still ginger. So basically, by your rules, you're the master race of the gingers, and everyone else is just below you.
Yes. Factually correct.
I mean, if only.
Adam Lilford says, I have to say, I have had enough of our fans turning our noses up at managers like we are a European powerhouse. We are not even a Premier League powerhouse.
The question is though, does any of that matter? At the moment, we're not picking the manager. The football club are picking the manager, unless they're looking at Twitter every day. If Everton pick a manager, right, it's done then.
Yeah.
This is like the bit where, honestly, every summer's like this in terms of buying, selling, or whatever, which nobody manages. If you're selling a player, right, and I've got vast experience of this, when you're selling the player and every day's been linked away, that's the problem. The minute they're gone, they're gone. I remember Les got dragged on. He'll stay, he won't leave. It was that fear he had left. The minute he left, he'd gone.
And we got this done in.
And it didn't matter. He'd gone and you get on with life. It's that bit, and that's just where we are now. If Everton brought in a manager, it doesn't matter who manager it was, it's done then. At least we can all get on with our lives. But it's this bit now. But we certainly don't pick the manager.
You'll still have the people moaning when they get appointed, but that noise does die down because people then start focusing on the players and then start focusing on the pre-season games, and then it's the season start, and it will die down. It's just that at the minute, we're in that bit in the middle where there's uncertainty and people are wanting this fella and they're making claims for this one and telling you the other fella's a joke, and it's because that's opinions and people feel strongly, but it is what it is at the moment. You just need to make the decision, then we move on with it. You know what to do with it.
Gray says, no to Moyes, was glad when he left. It was time he left. He served his time.
Moyes has signed a 3-year contract at West Ham.
It's never happened.
It's done.
It's done.
James says, alright lads, any of you seen that Levy video? Thought it was really interesting and not sure why he would never think of doing something like that. I explain the roles of the likes of brands and how it all works.
Because we don't do it.
Who's this? Is the Brighton one?
No, Daniel Levy.
The
other day, when he was talking about appointing Patrici as the director of football, and so he asked him about.
Go on, is that Dan James?
Dan James, but they asked him about appointing the manager, and he said, "I'm not going to discuss managerial names. We know what we're doing, but this is the case." And he had a good little chat about what the structure is and all that. Everton don't do it. Everton just go. If we don't say nothing, it doesn't matter. It'll go away.
Yeah.
And Everton have done that with many things over the years. Instead of fronting things up, is what it is. Lois Williams wants Rafa because he plays the football I associate with Everton.
Okay.
There you go. Flash, the original, says Potter, the big man, how or Rafa, happy with any of those, but no. I wouldn't even consider Scott. I would even consider Scott Parker. But hell, sort it, we are a bloody shambles.
It's like a song, doesn't it? No.
Wouldn't that what Scott Parker
Scott Parker
plays losing footy?
I'm saying he does play nice footy. Don't want Rafa, just sort this mess out. Blues, says Anthony McKevitt. Dennis Manning says joke of a club. Okay.
It's a bold statement.
Wormy Spoons really wants Gaultier. Matthew Ranton says hit the like button.
Do we?
Nice one, Matthew. If Matthew says it, you've got to do it. It's the law. Too many questions about the same thing. Holmesy says, what's Mike Walker up to? Jason Moriarty says Southampton in the opening game.
It's not a real person.
What's your thoughts about that?
Yeah, it's the first the first couple of months of the season
Random.
very winnable games. A lot of very winnable games in there.
Go on!
Got to be.
Oh, you big taupe! Ramsey again!
2 absolute.
Oh my God! What a sitter!
He needs to come off.
That's embarrassing. That Aaron Ramsey.
He's offside.
He's miles offside.
No, he's on.
No, your telly wasn't.
Oh, there. Oh, yeah.
Great run.
Oh.
Play it low. That's embarrassing. That.
He's literally just hit it as hard as he could.
Yeah, that's really, really poor. Really
And then
poor.
looked at the linesman. Why? Oh, did he do that?
Because he wants the linesman to get him out of trouble and go, oh, I was off anyway, lads.
Oh, the
Make
Australian
the keeper
Welsh.
save it.
Yeah.
The Australian Welsh fella.
Oh my God.
Anyway, good start to the season. Very winnable games, but
Yeah.
we haven't got a manager, so let's get a
So
manager.
it kind of doesn't mean anything, does it? At the
Not at the
moment.
moment.
I looked at them and just went, yeah. And it just didn't mean a thing. But normally you're like, oh, it's not a bad start. We do that and we'll get these players. At the moment, it's just like, yeah, it
You've got to
doesn't
give
feel
your other priorities.
doesn't feel real.
Having a football club that works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's number one.
New players who can actually kick
Fixtures are like-
footballs.
The Everton board are just waiting for Toffee TV's decision, says Jim Brook. If they were, mate, it would have been made a couple of weeks ago.
What did though? White
Yeah.
smoke.
Galt, well, they've had Galt here last week.
Gaultier just smacks me of one of those hooky watches you buy and you go on holiday. Yeah, got a Gaultier. Tremendous. And then about 3 days later, the battery just dies and it goes in that drawer with the keys that you don't know what to go into. And the batteries that have died, why don't you just throw them out?
Yeah.
They're
I'll
dead.
throw them out, can
You
you?
took them out the remote, put them in the bin or a recycling unit. Why are you putting them in the drawer?
God knows.
The watch starts ticking backwards.
And tape, black tape.
Alan B says, no way, Martinez, I can't watch his side passing
is
a
not
game. I know, God. Daniel Davidson says, what good evening. What's your guys' thoughts on Alicia Lehman leaving Everton to go back to West
She was only
Ham?
on loan, wasn't she? I only realised that yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, she's gone. She actually didn't do anything though. She only scored once.
Did she?
Well,
There you go.
Scored. Dingo's more of a loss. The Jill Scott.
Jill Scott,
Yeah,
yeah.
she was only on loan as
But
well.
she's
wasn't
only.
she?
But she did get the Olympics out of it. So maybe if they go back for it, they might get it. I don't think they'll go for Alicia Lehman. In my limited knowledge of the women's game, but Jill Scott, they might, because she's not going to get in that Man City team, and Everton need that kind of experience, I think, in the ladies' team. Sounding really like I've got a clue here, haven't I? But, you know,
Has she gone back to West Ham?
She's gone back.
Yeah.
I didn't realise she was only on loan,
Yeah.
but
No, West Ham are not the greatest.
no, and then that's why, because women's football is like, there's a lot more nicety in it, and also they don't have transfer fees. They have contracts, you can buy them out of the contract, which actually is how the men's game should work like that. You know, you should buy them out the contract.
I mean, don't know what's gone here.
And the telly's frozen.
Controversial here.
The BBC,
The BBC
after.
have literally lost the feed to Azerbaijan. Oh, there you go.
There it is.
3-0.
He threw it out of the pitch.
Dial Marina says Keir's Euroban, is it true that he's acting as McSherry's counsellor and at the same time brokered the deal for a Wobie, hence a conflict of interest?
Well, sitting there going, I'm really sorry you bought Everton.
Yeah. I remember I told you to buy Everton. Chris Spurrier says, how did Wales not score there? I know.
Said that
Mad.
3 times though, haven't we?
It is mad.
Sign for equal game. What does that mean? Sign for equal game.
So Terry Craven says Graham Potter, Conte won't come. Potter will be loyal. Foreign managers are only loyal to themselves. Okay.
Yeah,
Michael
fair enough.
7799 says still doing that cold shower thing, Baz. Yes, mate, every day, 2 minutes. And it's every day. It's a battle to a battle of wills with the cold shower, because it is hard to do.
It's cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does
But
it
yes.
not feel nicer in the summer?
No, because it's just still freezing.
I mean, that was a great
There's
talk.
more of a contrast in the summer than the winter, which is weird.
Is there?
It's weird. Anyway, yeah, still doing it, mate. Smokey McPot says, how long's Ped's son been on Toffee TV?
No, I haven't got a son. And he doesn't. I've said this before. This is.
It's wrong to say that, though, isn't it?
It's disrespectful that to the to people.
It
To the
literally,
whales.
literally come from Ped's dad. Gordon Crawford says, we are clueless as a club. Alexander Marsh says, Stephen Naismith has just announced his retirement.
Oh, what a shame.
Top bloke.
Get him on the odds.
I wanted
He'll
to
be on
sign
the
him.
odds next.
Wanted to sign him.
Johnny Hodgson
Any
says,
chance of closing him down, mate?
That's the good block. Johnny Hodgson says, hello, gents. You think if we get Nuno and history repeats itself, i.e. Marco and Roberto, the board will resign because surely it's their fault?
They won't resign. No. But it is their fault.
Shady might just sack them all.
Would he?
Good block.
Max Barlow says reports in France say that Lille have a €220 million debt.
So you're going to say buyout clause on Galtier then?
They say buyout clause on their club. Liam Townsend says, make sure everyone likes the stream. These lads go live for us every day. Content for us. Gives us a second to give the lads a like. Keep it up, fellas. Doing a great job. Cheers, Liam. Andrew Friday says, if you sat down next to a couple of bottles of lager, would you move it to the side and grab a bottle of water?
You were a proud athlete.
If I was like a world-class athlete who's been looking after themselves, then I probably would.
Head off the line. Good header.
Wales off the line.
Defending. Turkish. Corner comes Sunshine, gets him.
As Tom Brady said, it's like the veterans know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Don't they? At that stage of your career or any stage of your career.
Andy Morrill off the line, yeah.
You've got to... I don't think it was
out.
going in, was it?
No,
it wasn't going in.
It was just
I don't even know what he was doing there, to be honest.
He's just getting...
At that stage of your career, or even some of them might say the whole of your career, you shouldn't be putting bad stuff into your body. Because that's literally what it is, it's bad stuff.
Especially because your body's your tools, isn't it?
Yeah.
The athlete, so you have to do that other stuff when you're finished if you want to, but while you're actually playing. Especially what's the...
Oh, you big dope!
I thought he was going to give
I honestly thought he was going to give it away there.
Brilliant. Now play it then, you've done the hard work, play it. That's it.
Go on, Dan. Go on, lad.
Go on, Dan James. Knock it and go.
Referee!
Do that.
That's a booking on it, lad. Tell him. That's right.
What's he give?
What's he give? What are you doing, you clown?
How's that not a booking?
You absolute
How is that not a booking?
Clown.
Give a throw-in.
He hasn't given it. He gave it to them.
What?
Oh
my God, that's the worst decision I've seen.
That's poor.
Today.
Weary Spoon says, so is Ned saying he is patient zero in the gingivitis epidemic?
Yeah, it's the ginger plague.
The ginger Nosferatu.
Will he be patient 1?
Patient 0.
Oh, is it?
Don't ask me why.
Dennis Manning says, do you think England will win a cup before Everton? I mean,
what's going on here, BBC?
There, Andy.
Dodgers have to like...
Baku the net.
Well, we've lost the scoreboard now.
We'll have the sound and everything. I'll be BBC then, won't it?
Hayden says, it's a bad trait we're developing here. Remember how long it took to get Fat Sam, for example? We always take a long time. How have we learned a project with no plan or blueprint?
When he got fouled twice there.
No,
See that?
Yeah.
That's the referees are a bit of a mare here. Paul Galt says, being a Galt, I would like Galtier.
That seems like
that's clever. I think it's sensible thinking. Hayden says, what's going on with Toffee picks? Will it continue? I love it. Yes,
it's on now.
But it is on now. You can win £100 on what game is it?
Well, it's this game.
Oh, it's this game. So keep looking out. Got one most days. Just one of the games. So
one every day.
If you follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, it will.
But if you just go on the site every day,
go on.
They'll be on there.
There's a one you can pay for, which has got a bigger prize pot, but if you go to, I think it says Bet Bar or something in the top left, you click that, the free games there, just play the free game.
It's there's one for this game. I've currently got 4 points.
Excellent.
I am 380th out of 824.
Matthew Berkeley says, all right, lads, the thought of getting Benitez gives me the hollow, sinking feeling similar to witnessing a bad accident. All right,
lads.
I think Nuno and Potter will give more identity if that's what we want. Cam, out of those two, who would you rather have, mate?
Who? Sorry.
Nuno or Potter?
Oof. It's hard because Graham Potter's obviously a very good manager and a lot of the football upright and play is very good and very attractive and attacking. We sat here yesterday, didn't we, and said that Brighton you could say effectively a good striker away from being a really good team. And I know it's easier to say that than it is to actually prove it. But Nuno's got the actual experience in finishing in European competitions with Wolves, obviously last season taken away you know, got them promoted, and he were playing some really good football in those first couple of years in the Premier League. I remember they battered us, and I remember thinking these are.
I was really impressed with McGoodison that first season.
Yeah, me too. I remember thinking they're a step above what we were, and obviously last season it was a bit shaky for them. But I'd probably go.
I've got 4 points.
I'd probably go Nuno out the two.
Nuno out the two, would you?
Just for the European qualification standpoint of things.
Interesting.
And also,
between him and who?
Potter or Nuno.
And also because of the fact that Graham Potter can't take criticism from Brighton fans, so would last about 2.5 minutes.
As I said, there'd a big.
So who would you go for?
There'd be a corner in the.
Would you rather have Nuno out the two then?
I don't care. Honestly, I just don't.
You've got Ned. Seems that Ped's on the fence.
No, I'm not on the fence.
Potter.
I'm not on the fence. I don't care. Honestly, have never been so
ambivalent
away from Everton in my life. I'm not interested who gets the job.
Yeah.
I love comments like this: Nuno or Potter if you want relegation. Tell
us why we'd be relegated.
Benitez could get us relegated.
Hang on.
Hang on. Just for everyone. Neither of them have been relegated, so therefore there's no evidence to say
the problem is that's like saying, you know, you've got 2 cars to pick from because you've got that kind of budget, and going, well, if you don't want to go as fast as a Ferrari, these are the people we are being linked with.
The hand we've been dealt with.
Let's get Pep then. Go get Pep.
Yeah.
That's who I want. That's who I want. That's who's going to excite
100%.
me. Pep Guardiola's going to excite me. Go and get him. That's who I want.
Yeah.
You know, but then it depends what you do. Hang on, is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a good?
I said this yesterday, mate. People going, if you had Duncan Ferguson or Graham Potter, no one's signing for Everton. I was like, well, people sign for the club, don't they? Because there's only, for me, 4 or 5 managers who players would go, I need to go and play for him. Pep would be one of them. Klopp would probably be one.
Simeone.
Maybe. And we were lucky that we had Carlo. He was one of them.
Carlo Ancelotti. But there's not, everyone hasn't got him. And as I mentioned Solskjaer, I was like, the people really go, they want to play for Manchester United. Do they really want to play for Solskjaer?
Well, hasn't he, I mean, Solskjaer's lost now in 2 cup finals. So, you know, I'm not saying he's a bad manager. What I'm saying is before he came to United, no one was anyone really looking for him? He came he had a good little
Norwegian
run.
League, wasn't he?
He got the
terrible at Cardiff.
He got the decent run in that first season, and then people ever since have wanted him sacked every 5 games. And
it's come to Goodison, he was on the verge of getting sacked, wasn't he? They're called, if you believe the press.
Twice. He was on the verge of getting sacked twice.
Where are you? John May says, evening lads, Celtic and Everton fan here. Just like to ask, how do you think Celtic and Rangers would do in the Premier League?
I think at first, and I'll let you answer this because I know you. No, I'll let you answer this first.
The team.
Go on, because
the teams wouldn't do.
The team,
like the squad wouldn't do well, but the club would. After a while, the massive people think that.
Thank you.
Little clubs.
That is the right answer, Ned.
Celtic have got.
You are learning. Go on.
They'd have to try and stay up first, though.
That's
the issue. Not the fans are incredible.
And with FFP now, they'd come in like, well, they've got revenue.
Yeah,
fair. I don't know how
they don't make a lot of money though.
It wouldn't legitimately work, would it?
Legitimately.
You can't just place them in and then how much money are they allowed to spend?
What do you think, Cam?
No, I think the same. As Ned said, obviously massive clubs. Celtic Stadium is absolutely huge, and the fans have, you know, got a massive fan base and a very dedicated fan base, as of Rangers, as we seen, you know, when he won the title a couple of months ago. I do think that struggle team wise. I don't think that there is. It's difficult, isn't it? Because it's hard to say. I don't think they'd be relegated, but you wouldn't know until you put them in the Premier League. I don't think they'd challenge for the top European places straight away, but they would acclimatise to the Premier League if they were in it for long enough. And the size of those clubs would just be for sponsorships and players coming in this that and the other. It would be absolutely, it'd be massive. So it would take time, as with anything. But in terms of the teams, I don't think they'd do very well. They certainly wouldn't be finishing in European places like some people think they would. I don't know if they'd get relegated either. I think that they'd stay up, but if once they're acclimatised, I think it'd be.
I think Rangers at the moment would do mid-table. I think Celtic would struggle first year. I just don't think they're very good.
In terms of club size, they'd be one of the Super Six, wouldn't they?
Within, if they could stay in the Premier League for, let's say, 10 years, they'd be huge. Celtic, especially, would be huge because they've got a worldwide fan base. It has been slightly diluted in maybe in recent years because of the popularity of the Premier League teams. But certainly Irish people, like Celtic's like either their first team or second team, no matter what. And 60,000 there every week. They've got actually for their ground, they've still got one stand that with money they could build and make an absolute super stand out of. So you're talking easily, I'd say 70 to 75,000 capacity at that if they wanted to, and they'd fill it, I think, as well. Especially if they were playing Premier League football, they'd fill it. It's terrible. Awful. And Rangers would do well, and I think it would take 5 to 10 years. But this idea, this is the problem. This is another problem with like the Premier League era. Is like as the Premier League's gone and your generation are just seeing that, you're looking at Scottish football and you think it's hilarious, but we're old enough to remember these teams. We were only talking about a couple of days ago where
the players in our generation that Celtic have had compared to
in the 80s though. In the 80s, Scottish football had a little moment where it was huge. Aberdeen European Cup Winners' Cup, Dundee United getting to the final. And especially when English football got the ban and all the English players went up there, they all went to Rangers. Rangers benefited massively from it.
Rangers got to Champions League semi-final.
92, yeah.
The way it was a different format, but they got there, got beat by Marseille.
Marseille won it.
That was big.
It was big, yeah.
It's just difficult. It's difficult.
It would take time, but I do think that they would become powerhouses, real powerhouses of the game, of Premier League game. But I know, like when you mentioned Super League, if everything was equal, they'd be in the Super League. Yeah. If there was a Super League, everything being equal, they'd be in it. But everything isn't equal, so because everyone just thinks of the here and now, but the potential is ridiculous.
Madness.
And the novelty factor of them, if they were in the Premier League, would be ridiculous as well.
Andy says, Graham Potter for me, no great expectation. Look what we've had since Moyes, nothing. Paul McDonough says Wales after beating of these, they should be really 3-0 up here, or 3-1 up, definitely. Adam Brooks says we need a long-term manager who'll work well with brands, create a strong bond with the players and win the fans consistent trust and backing. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Frank Miley says Nuno, Potter, none of them.
Is that Dan James? No. Is that Joe Allen?
The Welsh
Perlo.
Perlo, yeah. We've had 26 years of winning nothing. Just go for a winning mentality manager. Someone who's won silverware. This can loser mindset is still affecting the fan base. But it is, Frank, what I would say to that is Everton have tried to do that, haven't they? They just had Ancelotti and we didn't do anything. We had Koeman, who was supposed to be the big thing, and we didn't do anything. I can't say.
It's just really... It's wrong time, wrong place. If Carlo had come in when Koeman came in and literally had limitless resources, then God knows where we'd be right now. I think we'd be in an amazing position. Yeah. But because all the money was given to him and Walsh, they've sucked dry the club because of in terms of FFP. And that's where maybe now we do need a manager like Graham Potter who will build from the bottom upwards and doesn't rely on mega money being spent, because we can't spend it while FFP. So we're chasing our tail all the time, and then we spend the money on managers and then new managers and new backroom staff. And I mean, it's just a good job that Carlo did walk and didn't get sacked, because could you imagine what the financial implications of that would have been?
Absolutely.
Go on,
the chance. Go on. Yeah!
Great goal! Yes!
Get in.
Great goal!
Ramsey.
Oh, he's got it, Ramsey!
18
Brilliant
times.
goal!
Brilliant
What a ball!
Great control, great finish.
What a ball that was!
Fantastic
Get
goal.
in.
1-0 Wales. Brilliant.
Every time he's got him behind them, hasn't he?
Superb run.
Movements is brilliant.
Superb.
Sign him up! How old is he? Sign him up!
Robert Page there, buzzing, but that was a tremendous ball. Great control, great finish. Just hit the target, that's all he had to do with the other one. Look where he is behind the referee. Now go. He's on, he's miles outside.
Yeah, but it's the movement.
What a run.
No one can handle him, can they?
Brilliant that.
Brilliant run.
Great. He's cheating, mate.
Bale. What a ball by Bale, that is.
Yeah, someone just said, get Bale off his crap.
Yeah.
What a ball that was.
What a ball.
Great run, brilliant. Just hit the target this time. Yeah, superb, lad. Superb. 1-0. Harold Dotton says the only Potter I want is Harry. Nuno for me. Fair enough. Matthew Ranson says hit the like button, everybody. Good video again, lads. Can't force people to hit the like button, but if you're here, do it. Nick F says money talks. It's all about the project for players to come in than so much managers pull. It is, definitely. Jason Moriarty says don't care who we get at this point, just can't wait to finally have an answer.
Just get into half time.
Yeah, what was it, 43 minutes gone. Andrew McGeorge says Koeman didn't really want the job either, remember? Yeah, he didn't, did he?
Didn't even come home from his holiday.
He couldn't come home from his holiday. It was almost like we were doing him a favour, and the fella was at Southampton. Yeah. Say the name to yourself. Southampton. That's where he was. Say to
yourself, not
out.
Not outside.
Internal. No, but we had to go to his villa and give him an Everton shirt to hold up.
Yeah.
And there was already, the board had already had things with him that they were unsure, but they didn't want to lose face, when really the sensible thing, and to be the adults in the room, they should have just gone, actually mate, doesn't matter, stay where you are, we'll wait and we'll see who else is available. And we don't forget, we made the wrong choice when Moyes left. We made the wrong choice. We could have had Ralph Rangnick, who would have Thomas Tuchel, both wanted the job 2013. We made the wrong choice with Koeman. You know, Unai Emery was one who we possibly could have got at that time. I'm saying he'd have been amazing, but we possibly could have got him. Tuchel again in 2017, and we went with Marco Silva. So, we tried to get Marco Silva and couldn't, but Tuchel was available. We ended up with Allardyce. So we consistently have made the wrong decision. Ancelotti, I wouldn't have to go with the board for that one, because I think he was a brilliant, he was a choice. He was a winner. It united a lot of people. Were kind of like, let's get behind him. It hasn't worked out that way, and he's left. Go on. Asking Kiefer Moore to get out of that. But now we have to get it right. It's just the mentality thing of having these winners. Where are they? And who are they? Is it Conte? Yeah. Is he going to get off after a year or 2 years? I think at some stage, right, at some stage, and this is just my thinking, Everton have to look long term. Yeah. They have to look and go, we want to put something in place that isn't going to need to be ripped up in a year or a year and a half. And until we do that, we are just leaving everything to chance, I think. And we're just hoping that someone gets it right. Whereas the teams who are enjoying the longevity, look at Man City. I know it's from a different thing because they were able to get players in, but they wanted Pep Guardiola. United wanted them, and other big clubs wanted them. City wanted them. And started getting people in place for him a year before he came, and started going, start sorting the academy out so that he'll when he comes in, we're already doing the things he wants. They were forward thinking, and he's come in and he's given them unprecedented success because he's been incredible with them. But he's also benefited from the fact that they wanted to get everything right off the pitch so that he could walk into it. Yeah. With Everton, it seems, and it might be different, but it seems on the outside like they're just going scattergun, like, he looks like he'll be all right as a manager, or he looks like he'll... And that can't carry on, because you hear every 18 months.
That's it, exactly. Like you said, sometimes there just doesn't seem to be a plan, there doesn't seem to be a structure, there doesn't seem to be any ideas, and it's a very reactive situation rather than a proactive situation, i.e. we've already got a list of potential replacements because there's a clause in Ancelotti's contract that says he could go at any time, or here's a list of managers that we're looking at who all play the same style of football, who all offer the same thing, but it's just a load of random names who play different styles of football and will bring different things. Some will bring longevity, some won't. Some have won things, some haven't. Some play attacking football, some don't. And it just seemed very much like you said, like nobody's really got a plan or an idea or a clue, if you like, and it's just a load of names, and at one point, hopefully over the next week, someone will go in, and that's it, and it'll just be, like Ped said before, throw it at the wall and hope it sticks. And if it doesn't, then we're back here in 18 months.
It is depressing though, isn't it, in some respects? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It really is depressing in some respects. And the fact is, a lot of Evertonians don't know who they want, really. People are very good at telling you who they don't want.
It's not a great list, is it?
No. I mean, we've done a couple of polls over the last few days, and when it looked like Nuno, it was, are you happy? Well, almost 70% of Evertonians, and there was 6,000 in the poll, so it's a decent amount. 70% weren't happy with Nuno. I done one last night just as a test in the water, because it was Benitez, so Rafa, Nuno and Graham Potter was the one. Now, Graham Potter won the vote, 49% of the people. Benitez was the least, and Nuno was obviously the one in the middle. So, Evertonians, I don't think, know what they want. If you dropped Conte in and went, he'll stay for 3 years till you get to Bramley Moore, we'd all say, I'm sure most Evertonians would go, yeah. He's won something, he shows passion. It'll be, you know, he's not going to be asked about the academy and building for because he's not that type of thing. But as long as Brands has got a control of that, fine. But do we know if Conte wants it? Are we still in the same boat if he gets it? If he gets it, are we going to be going, oh, Solskjaer's been sacked there and Man United looking at Conte, will he stay?
Yeah.
And then we just go, oh, yeah, he's getting off. Now, okay, people might say, well, yeah, but that could happen with any manager, and that's correct, which is why you should have clauses in the contract for yourselves as well.
Yeah.
Right, if you go, it's going to cost the club 15 million to go, 20 million to get you out of here. But you're not happy with it? Okay, well, what then? Because we're not just letting you go for nothing. Do you know what I mean? And it has to be that kind of thing. What a ball that was by Bale. Superb quality. So that's where Everton are up to, and at the minute it is one of those. Hennessy 95 says, well, lads, how are we?
How are we?
We're all right. Andrew Friday says, if you could pick one realistic player to sign this summer, who would it be? Ned, go on, you haven't said much.
Denzel Dumfries. We're linked with him.
All right, that's okay. And he's someone we need. It's that's what we need. Bale again.
Good fee.
Okay, should it? Oh.
It's difficult to define realistic, isn't it?
Leon Bailey for me, because he is realistic, because it's the Premier League, and if you pay him money, he'll come.
Leon Bailey,
End of story. Who would you go for?
Yeah, I'd probably go for Leon Bailey if we're looking in that direction.
Yeah,
I do like the look of Dumfries from the other night. Like, I hadn't seen much of him before. I can't sit here and pretend I've been following his career, but he looked like he ticked a lot of boxes the other night, got the winner, and you just hope actually that if Everton have been looking at him, that it is that thing of like where other teams aren't going to go, oh, who's he?
Yeah.
Oh, like you'd like to hope that clubs do the research and have decided, and if Everton are looking at him, hopefully, because he does, he's the right finances, absolutely. Being at a good side, captain PSV, doesn't he? So
25
played in Europe. When you look at Max Aarons, who's double the price, decent player, good young player, but it's like that thing with Luca Dean, isn't it? You know, I know it's we were linked with Tierney all that summer, weren't we? And when you look at them, what the experience of Luca Dean, I know Tierney's a good player. I do like Tierney; he's become a good player. But when you look for what we paid, and what Arsenal paid, what we were getting out of it, much better player. Yeah. Okay, maybe the only thing you would say is maybe the age difference means Arsenal could get maybe 3 or 4 years more out of Tierney than we're going to get out of Luca Dean. But that doesn't mean, if it doesn't work, then Dean was ready-made, and this kid looks ready-made as well. So
David Sullivan says, evening lads, noticing the fixture list, we're away again on Boxing Day. Must be 6 out the last 7 we've been away. We were at home last Boxing Day though, weren't we? Because Carlo's first game. Well, it seems to be Burnley last Boxing Day, wasn't it?
That
was the year before.
Carlo's first season.
That was the year before.
Sorry, yeah.
No, that was Silver beat them.
Sheffield United.
Sheffield United was Boxing Day. Sorry, 2 years ago. The season's just merged into one. We've had Burnley a couple of times.
Yeah, we have beat Burnley 5-1, didn't we?
Burnley away, Yerry Mina scored.
And we've got Newcastle, who we always seem to have. Like, we had them at the Carlo's first Christmas over that period.
We had them a couple of times with the Martinez as well. Remember? Because
last season on New Year's Day, was it?
Yeah.
Oh no, that was West Ham.
No, that was the Saturday.
New Year's Day was West Ham.
28th was the Newcastle.
Oh, okay.
Make your goddamn minds up.
Oof. Luke EFC says, whoever we get, give them a 3-year contract. If after the 3 years they aren't good enough, so be it, we move on. We can't keep hiring and firing. It's a huge waste of time and money. They've got to stay for the 3 years though, Luke, haven't he? We give Carlo a 4.5-year one and he's gone.
Exactly.
So, John Novell says seems like there was no contingency plan in the event of Carlo leaving. Personally, I'd give it a dunk, give the players a kick up the arse. Shows what it means to play for us. Luke says we just need to stay calm and not panic if we get on a bad run. RCO2 says, why is nobody talking about Rudy Garcia? He's a brilliant attacking manager, scored over 80 goals in League One, and he's free because he's just left Lyon. Well, maybe, listen, the smart thing for Everton to be doing would be to be talking to him on the quiet, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would be the smart thing, and letting the press and feeding the press misinformation while you're trying to get it done. And we might be sat here the end of the week or next week going, well, they've done everyone there, didn't they? We've got Rudy Garcia, or we've got Antonio Conte, or we've got someone else here, and they've done a really good job there. Let's move forward. We've all got a little bit of renewed excitement, but just at the moment it doesn't feel like that. But doesn't mean it's right or whatever. We're just saying,
we'll see if it's right or...
Yeah, we're just discussing what it is. Mitchell McCrory says passion is contagious, and when players have passion, the team has 10 times more passion. Signed, Big Dunk. Dennis Manning says Ashley Williams on commentary probably get a game for Everton at the moment. Nah, we wouldn't. Not at the back. We're all right at centre back. All right, it's everywhere. It's midfield. Thomas Jochen says, hi guys, whenever people mention Nuno's name, I feel like I have to say amen. Does sound like a prayer, doesn't it? G. Nello. Does Nuno a spiritual
I know, but their face, like, I don't know how to respond to that without being offensive.
That's it. I mean, his name literally translates to the Holy Spirit. So, again,
does it?
There you go.
Yeah. So again, you
Does it? Yeah.
Does it? Yeah.
I don't speak.
I feel like you should sit in.
I don't speak religious.
You don't speak what?
Spanish then.
He's Portuguese.
Portuguese, yeah.
Luke Sage says, could the studio pundits be any worse? Hughes, Williams and the fella that broke Coleman's leg.
Is that who it is? Oh my God,
Neil
that's
Taylor.
the most anti-Everton there.
RCO2 says, on XG, Lyon should have won the French League last season after only conceding 38 XG against
League
them.
titles don't
And having 83 of XG.
Brighton would have finished 4th on their XG.
Yeah, but the thing, no, hang on, like, just let me just like interject in terms of XG, because people seem to like make out that it's Big George. Make out that it's like some random thing. Do you know that a lot of data analysts, they do it better than anyone, XG, right? Have a look. See if you'd have him speaking on anything, Andy Dunn, play it, right? They do a lot of how their team is performing based on the statistical data, right? And a lot of managers, and I know that Klopp does it, and Guardiola does it as well, is they look at that and go, well, hang on, we're creating this many chances and we're giving up this amount of chances and we have to tighten that up. Yeah. The results almost become secondary at times. It isn't, because results get you sacked or win your stuff, but they have a look at a true thing. You could play someone. I remember a game years ago, which every one of us will remember, when we had Martinez, and we smashed Sunderland at home on Boxing Day. We destroyed them. We had about 40 shots and they had about 3. We lost 1-0. Remember, I think he got sent off.
Yeah.
Right? Howard, wasn't it? Got sent off and they scored the pen. And Everton destroyed them that day and we got clapped off the pitch. Got beat at home by them. We got clapped off the pitch.
I feel dirty.
A home game. But everything...
Very rarely will
feel really dirty.
Very rarely does that happen. But everything about that performance showed you that Everton had done everything right that day. You looked at the stats, you looked at the chances that we created, bad finishing, their keeper made some great saves, told you that Everton played quite well that day. And if you're looking at how your team is doing, and it's generally not giving up many chances and creating a hell of a lot of chances, if your forward is Ned and he's missing chance after chance, but your team's playing well enough to create that, right?
Replace
you
Ned.
Start looking, go exactly, and that's the bait. That's what a lot.
It's why their fullbacks get so many assists.
Of course it is.
Their XG tells them if they keep throwing crosses in, then
it's not aimlessly crossing the ball. It's putting it in. Their fullbacks are told to put it in an area.
Into some of the
That's it.
Forwards.
Man City do that thing that they always score with the triangle. They get round the back and they roll it across the 6 yard. That's Man City's go-to thing. If you watch them,
except in Champions League finals.
Yeah, apart from that, yeah. A lot of their goals, Leicester started doing it near the end of the season, getting to the byline, and Iniachu was there just going bang, 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 because they know if they create that. But if you watch Everton, at the moment, there's no plan. There's a few other clubs that are like that. It's all off the cuff. We'll get it to attacking players and they'll just provide something. But if you've got a plan that you know works every time because you are drilled in that way, it's about then getting the right players to put in those areas to make the most of those chances. So I think it's too simplistic to say Brighton would have had Dom, they'd have finished in Europe. Of course it is. But if Brighton keep doing what they're doing and put better players in those areas, they will finish higher up, because why wouldn't they? If they're having a lot of the game and they're having loads of chances and they're not conceding loads of goals, then they've just got to get better at scoring goals, because then they'll win games. Of course they will. And that, when you're looking at like what Rudy Garcia's done there, Leon have ended up with 80 odd goals or something. If they then, it's finer details then.
Yeah.
That's what that comes down to, and then that sometimes needs better players to be able to do it. But that's what I'm talking about with a way of playing. Whereas I don't think Everton haven't really had a way of playing for years. Martinez had a way of playing, but didn't realise that you had to defend.
Works both though, because you just said it there. Martinez had a decent way of playing, but the pool of talent got less and less and less as he was at the club.
But he also didn't do the fundamentals.
But he would. But you look at the Belgian team, and Belgium are boss, and it's probably still the same style of play. But the style of play suits better players, where it doesn't suit good players. It's like if you ask a team to press and there's no energy in the team, why would you ask them to press? Yeah. So there's no point to Everton's team pressing at the moment, because there's no one in there who can press. But it's the same the other way. You've got this Brighton team at the moment. You're right. You had a good striker to that team. They might finish in the European places, because actually the kind of football they're trying to play, all it needs is to be capped off by a good centre forward. The problem with Everton is there's no real anything. So there's no real style of play, but also are the players good enough anyway? So it's a bit of both for Everton. We actually need a bit of both. So going back to the XG argument, it's good that a club, you've got to recognise that though, haven't you? You've got to recognise what you need. You have
when the most successful clubs are recognising that, then surely clubs like Everton should be going, they recognise it and are winning trophies and are winning leagues and are fighting at the top. So,
but the problem is, this is the whole top and bottom of the things we're talking about on every decision. Yeah, is who makes the decision, right? True. Right. So this is where it's like power, up power versus like brands, right? Brands right now, or a director of football at any football club, doesn't have to be Everton, says, what we need is this right back, right? Because this right back is going to mean that our club can play on both flanks, and he's going to get up all day, right? Yeah. Right? And you're just about to do the deal because that's what you want. And then this agent walks in and goes, I've got you, Will Zaha! He's like, yeah, but we need a right back. And the owner goes, Will Zaha! It's Will Zaha! Remember, we all wanted Will Zaha! And that's Everton's problem. Yeah. In the nutshell. I agree. It's what you need versus that big shiny thing that we keep on getting caught out with every year. Yeah. So it's even going back to last year. It's like, and I know it's like going, what do we need? We know what we might need. Might need a right back. Okay, let's get a right back because we really need one. James Rodriguez is available. Sorry for the noise. That's Everton's problem in a nutshell. Yeah. Is that you've got to decide if you're going to let your director of football bring in players that you actually need. Yeah. Right? Against being trying to pretend to be a Jagactico, which is what QPR used to try and be. But it's that idea of, are you going to go and get... And you're right, proper clubs. Who'd have thought, right, that Liverpool... Who'd have thought that they would have got Jota, and Jota ended up being their best centre-forward? Yeah. Right? Nobody thought that. And they missed out on the centre-forward they wanted. Went to Chelsea, didn't they? Yeah. So they had to and it was probably the best thing that ever happened that they didn't get him. Yeah.
Well, they went for Jota because he pressed fantastically well, and that's again looking at what you need. Yeah. Whereas Everton don't seem to look at what we need. They seem to just go, like you've just said, Zaha, yeah, he sounds good. Yeah. We know that, I know that he's done stuff in the Premier League, whereas Everton at some stage have to grow up and go, if we're going to be successful, like you just said, if teams are doing this, what we're talking about, and they're being successful, why wouldn't you be doing just the same?
Exactly what
why wouldn't you be doing the same, going, right, if we do this and we do that, we will end up there. The good clubs, the best clubs, play like that. They create chances the way they do. They have players who are comfortable in possession, the good 1v1. We've got none of that.
Absolutely.
And it is just a human trait, by the way. We all do it. We all go to Asda to get washing powder and washing up liquid and a bag of chips, or we go to Aldi.
Mix them together,
Right, we walk out with you know,
a wetsuit,
a drill, and
a fire pit,
and you know,
Surfboard.
a blow up unicorn.
And
even though we haven't got a pool and we're not going on holiday, because we're human beings. That's what we do. It's why they have these things to entice us. We, you know, you've got £4.60 in your pocket, and you're starving, and yet and yet you walk out with something. It's human nature. It's why we buy crap every single day we don't need. We do it every single day.
Absolutely.
And it's the same with that. You've got to have an. That's just what I thought. Marcel Brands for me is the adult in the room, but that doesn't always mean he'll be allowed in his own way.
Yeah.
But proper football clubs allow the adults in the room to make the decisions. They don't get caught up with it being a vanity program project. And sometimes it works the other way. Sometimes you have like an Arsenal situation where the people who own the club are so much like the adults in the room that they don't spend any money.
Yeah. And
the manager has to beg. And it actually goes the other way where he's like, well, if you're not going to let me have what I want, well, then I will end up with David Luiz. Or, you know, because you're not letting me have what I actually need.
Paul says he remembered.
Oh!
Paul says he remembered the Grimsby game, Baz. That was like that Sunderland game. It was that Grimsby game. It was berserk. We absolutely destroyed them. And Paul Wilkinson scored an injury time. He got beat 1-0 in the cup. And then we signed Wilkinson that season. Mad. Tried for a while. 3518 says RIP headphone users.
Ned, do the AJ Knows, put some lyrics there. Do some patrons and do the lyrics.
Go on.
While I was sitting here still watching the match.
AJ, you done these ones of the day. Colour me your colour, baby. Colour me your car. Colour me your colour, darling. I know who you are. Come up off your colour chart. I know where you're coming from. He did these for you and me. Deal with you.
Leave it for Ped then, because I can't even remember it from when me and you did it the other day. Which one it is?
Is that Call Me by Blondie?
Colour me your colour, baby.
Colour? Are you saying colour?
Colour.
Colour.
As in like...
Yeah, colour.
Not call me.
Colour! Call me.
Colour me your bit.
I've got colour.
Colour me your colour, baby. Colour me your colour car.
No, I love the fact that these are lyrics you sing for a living.
I don't know the song. I can't remember what it was.
And you talk like that. Colour.
That's how
colour chameleon.
Colour chameleon.
That's how we sing.
He was 60 yesterday.
Do you not know that one?
No. Can't understand you now, man.
Number 2. Say you don't know me or recognise my face. Say you don't care who goes to that kind of place.
I just can't get it with his voice. I just can't get it.
Do you want to...
No.
Look at them.
No, because it's not entertaining.
I don't know what they are.
All right. Yeah, well, Gary Jones says if we have a manager producing performances with high XG and low XGA, right, we as fans can see that it's our style and we buy better players. Prove us over 2 or 3 seasons. We'll arrive at Bramley Moor in good shape. Well, I mean, that's a basic plan. There's a thing going round on Twitter about Dan Ashworth, who's at Brighton, talking about the director of football role, and he talks about what their plan is, and everything's joined up. And when you listen to him, 7 minutes the video was good, and when you listen to it, you're just like, I just don't think that's happening at Everton.
No,
really don't. And we might be wrong, but that's how it seems. And if you actually put the plan in place, then preparation will get you to where you need to go. Preparation is everything, and Everton always, to me, since we got the money, just seem like we're trying to jump up 5 stairs at once.
Yeah.
No, and we're falling every time back to where we started, instead of just going, actually, you know, if we just go up 1 stair at a time, we'll get there and we won't fall.
Yeah.
We just seem to be jumping and hoping that we can make it. And you know, sometimes you do make it, but evidence will tell you. We're about to get our 5th manager in 5 years. We had 2 managers in 14 years. Before Mashiri.
It's mad, isn't it?
So
absolute madness.
That's where we're up to. We had 3 in 18, didn't we? Because we had Walter before Moyes. So, you know, 3 managers in 18 years is I know the Premier League average lifespan of a manager is 14 months, but we're even worse than that, it seems. Yeah. So that's not going to put your club in a healthy position, is it?
No.
Wales have got the first 5 minutes being a little bit all over the place here. They've got to get some bit of control in midfield. They've brought Demirel on, haven't they? Turkey, there he is, number 3.
Where's the wide man?
Oh, that's a foul.
As soon as that centre forward gets the ball for Wales, the wide men, especially Dan James, should be on his bike.
Should be ready to go.
Should be gone because they're not going to catch him.
He's dropped in now. Look, he's come off the left now. They changed it up a little bit. He swapped Bale onto the left now and James on the right. Thomas Jochen says he also looks like Christ the Redeemer. I think he's talking about Nuno. Steve Bryan says, Ped, you're hilarious. I'm going to have to rewind and listen to you screaming about what our problem is again. Amazing. Tony G says, Everton win the League Cup next season or England win the Euros. Everton win the League Cup.
Everton win the League Cup. Everton win the Zenith Data Challenge computer
Everton
game.
Win the Florida Cup.
Everton win a corner.
Everton win the Florida Cup.
Jason Moriarty made a good point though. Ozzy Osbourne is terrible at speaking, but he sang amazing. In response to Ned.
Ned's
there you go. Cyberwick.
Ned doesn't chew off many bats.
Cyberwick says Benitez will level us up.
Like Super Mario?
Yeah, it seems so. Harold Dotton says everyone losing hair of our managers. You bring Guardiola here, it's going to be the same beat. Let us concentrate on finding real soccer players.
Soccer! Bring them down, lads.
Dennis Quaalude says...
Quaalude!
Quaalude.
Things are Danish Quaalude. Quaaludes are the things in the Wolf of Wall Street, wasn't it?
Quaalude.
Quaaludes were the thing in the Wolf of Wall Street that made them paralytic.
Quaalude.
Get that? Oh.
Says, would you lads ever want Mashiri out?
Maybe.
Depends, doesn't it? But he's come in. Listen, for all the things where we go, oh, it's this, it's that. The fella obviously wants Everton to do well. He's putting his money where his mouth is. He's trying to get us there quickly, which isn't the right way to do it. But he's putting his money there, and he's financing a stadium on the, or him and his mate are on the banks of the Royal Blue Mersey. So he's done a lot of good, but some of the stuff obviously he needs to butt out with. Good defender.
Hey, just been sent this, not sure if it's true.
I mean, that was as good as the one yesterday.
The bad coat was
terribly photoshopped.
Nasser Kouas says we shall be glad to have David Moyes as manager, but unfortunately he's not available. Let Duncan Ferguson seize his chance.
Sitter. Turkey have just missed a sitter by the fella who looks like he's a doorman on Yates's in town.
With that armband on as well.
In fact, no, he looks like the doorman. He looks like the doorman who looks after the chippy Cam goes to stop meeting everything.
Oh, that was...
I love me Scaman.
That was a chance. When's Ped taking Ned to the townhouse for a vlog? Says Stew.
Mathew said for a vlog.
I think it'd be amazing if we just let these two go to the townhouse.
Oh, God. Well, I think, but we'd have to be there to see what happened.
No. It's very clean.
Sol is very clean. Sol says I'd rather Everton win a corner than England winning the Euros.
Well done, Joe Allen.
Eamon O'Donoghue said what happened to Gaultier. He was uniting the fan base.
That's why
I love how rumours can unite the fan base.
I don't know. It seems like for whatever reason that isn't going to happen. That's according to the press. I don't know. Ginello says, are you guys worried about being in a relegation battle if our club continues to be ran this way?
Maybe eventually, but not at the moment.
No. Not at the moment, mate. Not just like that.
Not now.
I don't think we have the tools for that, big man. Facilities. David Sullivan says, every time I see Gareth Bale's top knot, I wish I had a pair of scissors and could cut it off.
You're going to do harm to yourself then?
Mark Riding said, Ped talking about going shopping is what Mashiri is like. I wanted a football club and I ended up building a ground and spending $500 million on crap players.
He's just going to lend Bill Kenwright a tenner. Ended up owning the
Andrew
club.
Friday says if Duncan becomes manager, do you think Toffee TV will get another chance to interview? Yeah.
Another chance to
Look at it.
Who's sitting on the bench?
Yeah. He'll be getting another chance to interview him anyway. But yeah, definitely if he got it. Borak Yilmaz is the doorman, plays for Lille. Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, he just looks very intimidating.
He's had a good season actually for Lille.
Yilmaz?
I'm not saying he's lacking ability by why I say that. I'm just saying that he looks menacing.
Like it, yeah.
They've got another Turkish.
Aaron Ramsey said would do well at Everton, says the golfer. No. Michael Winston.
You know that
Danley says evening lads. Come on.
Are you aware that there was a doorman who used to work on Yates's in town who put Muhammad Ali on the canvas?
No.
You know where Ernie Shavers, yeah? He used to work in town.
Ernie Shavers.
He was American boxer.
Yates, wasn't it?
Yates's in town. He actually worked on Alton Road for a little, like come in for like a guest. He was more like a welcomer, and it was dead bizarre. Ernie Shavers, he put Muhammad Ali on the canvas. American, and for some reason he worked on Yates's
in town.
Bizarre.
What's that film with Mark Wahlberg? That's like a nice story.
Daddy's Home.
Fast and the Furious.
No.
Daddy's Home.
What's it called? Christian Bale.
Uncharted.
No.
Uncharted.
Mark Wahlberg and Christian Bale. Brothers.
Batman.
No. Mark Wahlberg's not in Batman, is he?
Ted, can you prove that?
What's going on here?
Ted.
You're just saying random words.
The film about the boxers, that would make a nice film.
Rocky.
No.
Taxi driver.
The Craig
Raging Bull.
It's called Brothers or something.
Creed.
No.
Hayden says,
Creed 2.
Is it?
Batman Begins.
How did Richie in Brazil get on the other night? He won.
He won, yeah.
3-0.
He played very well. He did score, but it was
offside. Chance for 2. Good save. Oh, good save.
Mbappe's goal.
Wales almost.
The irony about the film you're talking about, right, actually features a boxer who in the film is played as an Irishman, but is actually a Scouser who is an Evertonian and lives about 10 minutes from here.
Yeah, you told me. I can't remember who it
the
was.
film is The Fighter.
The Fighter, that's
right.
the one.
It's about Mickey Tingio.
Mickey Rourke.
No,
yeah, no.
That's an actor. He fought...
Mickey Rourke.
He fought Neri. Shamrock Express.
Shane Neri.
Right. So, whose son fights now. Yes, and...
So Christian Walton, Shane Neri.
Yeah, that's literally just said 10 minutes. I mean, I don't know why you've pointed to
Unscrap. Yeah, it's there, isn't it?
So, he fought... Yeah, it's about a boxer whose brother's a smackhead, who's played by Christian Bale. He lost loads of weight for it. And his brother trains him. And it's mad. I think he goes in at Amy Adams.
Oh, yeah.
He gets pretty much naked, doesn't
he? Good defending.
It's a good film. But Shane Neri's like, I'm going to take a man in a boxing fight. He's like, Scouse.
Yeah, Scouse. Evertonian as well. Yeah. Sol says, imagine a front two of Yilmaz and Tosin at Everton. Think of the views Toffee TV again. Stewart says, Baz, who skipped leg day the most out of you four?
I've left mine at home.
I don't know whether you need to even ask the question.
God. I skip every day. I skip all sorts of days.
And the irony is, if you did skip every day, your legs would be bigger.
Probably, yeah.
That's the irony. Yes, penalty to Wales.
No.
Yeah, he's give
it.
Oh,
Zeki
Zeki.
Zeki, what are you doing, son?
You're not getting a transfer for Everton.
I actually thought that was outside the box.
Your money is going down.
I thought this was outside the box, I'll be honest.
His leg's in the box, though.
What? That bloody light's in my eye.
His leg's in the box. Look. Yeah, his leg that catches him's in the box.
Bale.
Would you be disappointed? But would you be disappointed that was given against us?
The ball's
disappointed when we give penalties away, even when they've caught the ball and played basketball.
Is he?
It's VAR.
I don't think they're getting this.
Don't get.
I do it in the box.
The ball's outside the box.
Just give it.
Penalty. Because Bale's leg.
I was immediately wrong.
That's the good thing about this VAR.
Yeah, VAR.
It's give it because Bale's leg is in the box. The lad is in the box when he fouls.
Come on, Christian Bale.
Christian with a chance.
Is this the film Mark Wahlberg?
What?
I know the film you meant, Turkey Wales. Gareth Bale, come on, lad.
Gareth.
Oh, Gareth, you can win games.
This shit transfer to Tottenham. He's just looked up at Daniel Levy there.
You can win games.
No, just stop Real with Carlo.
He's like,
Turkey are out if they get beat here, aren't they?
But this has got to go in.
Come on, Gareth.
Come on, Gareth, lad.
2-0, it's buzzing.
Go
Come on.
fully bailed off.
Slot it in, lad. There
Come
we
on.
go. Come on, Gareth. Come on, Gareth.
Oh, Gareth.
Oh my God!
Why you stop?
Oh, what did you do that for, you absolute Welsh fool?
Why did he stop? Just run and put the ball.
Oh
in
no!
That is incredible.
That's the worst penalty I've
Oh, why? You probably could have got the. Oh!
And he's almost just, oh my word. Gareth Bale.
He's bailed it off
Only had
twice.
to hit the target. Why'd you stop?
Why did you...
Why did
Did he
he
save
do
that? No. Why not just roll it hard and low?
Go, gadget arms!
I honestly can't believe that.
Oh my God.
Cannot believe that.
Idiots.
Dear me.
I don't understand when footballers do that.
I can't understand.
Run
Yeah.
and put the ball in the
You're
box.
in trouble. Once you change your mind on a penalty, which is quite clearly what he did.
Nobody wasn't concentrating because
No.
he was doing all this.
And
like
he was looking up at whatever, is there a scoreboard there or something? Oh, all he had to do was hit the target. If he keeper saves you, he saves you.
Man. You've got all that talent and you do that.
Just hit the target. So annoying that.
Can't believe it.
Annoying.
He's been watching too much Welsh Rugby Union. He's kicked it, he's gone 4.
Why did it take so long as well though? Even when he had the ball on the penalty spot, why did he take so long? Put it down and go and take it.
Yeah, that's what it was. He thought he was playing golf.
I can't believe they just literally asked for a penalty there. It's it, Robert's full in the gonads.
I'd be asking for everything.
Oh, Gareth, come on lad, you're going to have to step up now with a free kick or something and just kill it for them.
He literally thought he was playing golf there.
You can't take, when you put the ball on the spot and you just take it, standing there, going through all of that, just puts pressure on it.
It does nothing to the keeper as well. That's the worst thing. Like the keeper just stands there and go, well then.
Just put it down and go, right, I'm going for that corner, and you smash it. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I can't believe he missed
Hayden says the penalty miss could change the game. Could do. Momentum.
It could do.
It's the momentum now, isn't it?
It certainly hasn't changed the scoreline.
Simon Jones, we're
Captain Obvious.
not a mile behind the YouTube. By the time we're watching it live, but by the time YouTube shows it to you, it'll be 20 seconds behind or something. We're watching it on BBC. Turkey coming on strong again here. Stay on your feet.
Get it in.
Stay on your feet.
Come on,
Don't
first
let
time,
under skip
what you
inside.
Oh,
Crikey.
Have you got Turkey on?
Um,
have I got Turkey on? Oh, I'm not, I just want to see some goals. I'm not bothered who wins.
Do you like
Nick F
Turkey?
says how
I
bizarre.
like Turkey, yeah.
Thomas Jochen says the ball landed in our garden.
Who did you have on
Have
your-
you got any patent comments that are just
Well,
like
down
sharp
on it.
comments rather
Who
than...
did you have on your... Chen Lars says it's so weird watching footy and the commentary not being biased to the opposition. Who did you have in your accumulator?
Wales. But it's
Did
already
you?
down, innit?
It's gone now, isn't it? Yeah.
So sorry.
Sol says Gareth obviously didn't have his Angel Delight pre-match.
He didn't.
No.
Look at that as well.
Look where his leg is. That's why it was given, because his leg was in the box.
I thought he just stuck.
Do you
his
know
leg in.
that a foul on the line is a penalty as well?
I know, but I just thought he just stuck his leg in. I didn't think. I just thought he just stuck his leg on purpose. Like with Harry Kane against Villa.
No, I know
He just
what
stuck
you're
his
saying
leg
when they're
into
trying to buy penalties, but that his leg was in the
Yeah,
box.
yeah.
That's why it was given.
And no why? Because he does leg day, so there's more of his
More
leg.
of his
Like
leg.
me.
More of his leg.
Sol said Gareth didn't have his pre-match Angel Delight. That's why I missed it.
Make it now.
I reckon he did,
Make it now.
but there was
don't
no
bring
biscuit
it.
base.
Maybe that was it. Or maybe there was a biscuit base.
Yeah,
And
and it got caught in his throat.
No, confused him. So when he was ready to take the pen, he was like, that Angel Delight, that biscuit thing. Win it. Great header.
Angel Delight tasted a bit cheesy.
That's a foul referee. Shellick's not had the greatest night, has he? Well done, Dan James, lad.
Chen La
nice.
already lost my voice screaming with joy from that goal. Yeah, he's Welsh, isn't he, Chen La?
Yeah.
He's Welsh, but his parents are English, and he said,
Next we'll get the inside leg of Chandler. His shoe size.
he said, I don't know if to support, but now Wales are winning. It's definitely
Because he's on the border, isn't he? Yeah.
Now, that's gonna be. Can you answer me this question? Is there a noise filtering, sound filtering on this video?
There's a noise gate, yeah.
Why?
Otherwise, you get background noise that you don't want.
Okay,
Most-
someone's saying, right, I'm just going to say this live, someone's saying they're going to unsubscribe to our Patreon if it continues.
A noise gate, but it's professional. If you turn the noise gates off, all
Who
you
is
hear
it?
is cars
I'm
and
not
then
gonna say
screaming
publicly.
and
Oh,
mouse
okay.
clicks.
I'm just saying there that as it sounds artificial, and it sounds like the broadcaster's crashed.
That doesn't make any, that's not what a noise
I'm
gate
just
does.
telling. I'm just being live. I'm feeding you the
I
information.
think he's talking about choruses or something. All a noise gate does is stop outside music
Noise filtering. Switch your noise filtering as it sounds artificial and sounds like your broadcaster's crashed.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
If you turn the noise gates off, all you hear is cars going vroom, you'll hear them going and you'll hear mouse clicks. That's why I turned it on. Listen, I've done 2 years on a degree in John Moores.
Okay.
If people, each of their own. If he's
Watching
unhappy
YouTube.
with the noise gate, then he's unhappy, isn't he? He can go and watch
If the noise gate
other
makes
stuff.
if the noise gate makes the sound better as a whole, then fair play. You've done your job. Cam's just sitting here contemplating when he's going to go to the gym.
I'm just thinking,
Leg day.
trying to find some form of food to go in noise gate so I can go, ooh,
Noise gate.
scran.
Incredible.
Scran with Ned and Cam.
On the noise gate.
On the
Eating
noise
scran
gate,
and
yeah.
talking one with
Well,
them.
quite clearly, you're not getting one view of it.
Someone's saying that you're showing a bit of gooch there, Baz.
I thought you meant me.
Am I showing
I'm
any
just showing a
gooch?
little bit of gooch.
There's
The
no,
gooch on
no
show.
gooch anywhere, mate.
Get him out, Baz.
Bit
There's
of
no
Gucci.
gooch anyway. Anywhere, even.
Gooch gate.
Gooch gate.
Right.
Baz nudes.
Only
Wait
Baz.
till wait till he sends us the lawnmower.
Oh, I can't wait. That's when you will be seeing me gooch.
Are you getting one of them? Yeah.
I've got one.
We're getting sent me one, yeah. Sending me one to shave me gonads live on telly or something. Allegedly.
I've got a really sad video to film.
Harold Dotton says everyone from Everton talks about not wanting Adama Traore, but Liverpool are trying to get him.
Okay. Is that what everyone's talking about? Because I ought to be honest, I've not seen one person talking about not getting Traore. I'll be honest. Maybe I need to go more.
I wouldn't
places.
want him. Not for 70
I don't
million.
want him.
70 million is mad. Sol BF says Turkey will now go on to win this 2-1. Nice one, guys.
Don't put bad vibes on the gaff.
No, keep the positive vibes going. They've got about 27 minutes left of this one, including stoppage time. So, basic trigonometry says sound is fine as long as Ned doesn't speak.
Oh, I mean that's harsh.
No, I think he means because the mic's over there, which is
No,
fine.
I think you were right. We were right the first time.
Sorry, Ned.
Mike.
Toffee Top says just catching up with respect to plays in individual seasons. Kevin Campbell, 99, deserves a mention. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Big Kev. What a
Oh,
good tackle.
Oh, what a
break. Got to get Dan James running. Gareth, come on, you've got to go through the gears. Go on. If you've got any left.
Stop it. Oh, that's
no gears.
Gareth, come on.
Gearbox is
Bale's still thinking about it, isn't he?
Yeah,
You can tell that.
Definitely. Major Payne says Ted Lasso for Everton. Definitely. Guy X says Cam's legs are killing me off. Seen bigger legs hanging out of a nest. Probably because the way you've
I've left them at home. I've left my muscles at home on charge.
That's body shaming. That.
He's just
I
a...
know. Nice one, Matt.
No,
I
just
I
that's it. That's
appreciate
better.
that.
Just sit like there you go.
You know
I
what?
think you got nice.
Wait till you see me gooch.
I think
you've got
nice legs.
Thanks.
Ned.
Oh my God.
2021.
Your mate.
Thanks, Ned.
So you wasn't your mate. I didn't say you wasn't.
I don't sit here going, Basil. You got a lovely gooch there.
Oh, I wish I had calves.
You've got a cracking Graham there, lad. Oh, Ped, your legs are looking great in them shorts.
Calves like Barry calves.
What's going on here?
I don't know what's happening.
What is going on?
I
What's
honestly...
him if I only went lads?
Have you seen me gooch? I parked it outside, which is more I can say about your car. What's your car?
Who would win in a 2v2 footy match? Baz and Ped or Cam and Ned?
Cam and Ned.
I'm not being funny.
It's incredible.
I'm not being
That
funny.
question's
It would be so ridiculously, badly embarrassing for these two.
I think we should.
No, it would do. It would do. I'm not being funny. I don't care how old. I don't care how old I get, right? I would absolutely destroy you
Should we
two.
do
That's
it?
not true. That's not true.
I would destroy. I'm not. I would destroy the pair of
Let's
you.
do it.
You might be a better footer than
It's not even about
Let's do
playing
it.
a better footballer. I would physically dominate the pair of you so much,
Baz
and
is-
Baz would nip through the gaps that I would create.
Baz has had some injuries, and
It would just be
He's
embarrassing.
delphing you.
Put it this way,
I
right?
think one dodgy tackle to his knee.
Put it
He's
this.
out.
Go on, go on.
Well,
Go on.
I'm not being funny.
Oh!
If I hit you with a tackle to your knee, wouldn't be
Crying.
walking for about 6
You'd be
months.
trying to be rolling.
So
around
that's a
going,
bit mad to say. If you hit my knee, I'd be in. Of course, I'd be in.
I'd encourage
'Cause
you
generally,
to. No what?
generally,
I know,
when you have
listen, I'm all
tackles
for it,
to
I'm
the
all
knee,
for it.
it hurts.
I'd encourage
I'm
you
up for the
to.
game.
I'd encourage you to physically hit me. Because I think you two would just hit part of my body and roll over and cry. I honestly, I could see you hitting like that part of my body and you would be crumpled on the floor.
Yeah.
I'd just shoulder barge him and go, oh.
I think we should book a game.
I'd probably need to be 3v3, I'll be honest.
Oh, well, you should see changing the speculation.
No,
Can't change
I'm
the
not being
rules.
funny, right?
Who's the
I am older
who's
than
the other
you two
then?
put
Who's
together.
the other two then?
We're both older than you two put
who's
together.
the other
In all
One of us
serious
is
no, we
bullying,
should
innit?
do a...
43.
I mean, that does make sense, yeah.
43.
No, 42. Don't put years
okay,
on me.
Ped's nearly at that stage. I am.
42 and a
You
half.
two glued together. I'm older
Keeper.
than you.
On a serious
However,
note,
So who's
if
the
we're
third?
doing dead ball
Who's
stuff
the
where
third?
there's no running involved, mate, I'll put a blindfold on and I'll still
no,
be better than the pair of
I
yous.
agree.
So that it's
Much
physically
much
in
better
terms of
footballers.
mobility.
Maybe we should do
No, we should do a 4v4.
The crossbar.
no,
Yeah.
we'll do the Tingle one, the one we
Hey, that's
the
not a bad
bubble footy.
idea. 4v4 versus
I know.
them.
I know what'd
We'd
be good.
smash them. wouldn't
Footy
we?
golf with these two clowns would be good.
I'd do fuck
Well,
golf.
you two are technically better.
I can play
footballers than
footy.
us.
I reckon we do like bubble footy.
Oh, imagine 4v4.
I reckon we do
versus them,
father
we'd
side
absolutely
or
Oh, we'd
We'd
smash them on a
we'd
4v4.
absolutely
We'd
smash
smash
them.
the Redmen on a 4v4.
Let's do it then.
We'd destroy
I'd go
them.
and goal and still smash them on a 4v4.
Get
The
a,
goalie in and
get a
out.
pitch booked and we'll
They
do
wouldn't beat us.
we'll do a
No, I'm
Maybe
just,
some
I'm just,
bad
I'm
jam.
just buzzing off. I'm just buzzing
Yeah,
off.
well, how
Like,
many of them is there? That there's 5. I can
every
think of
day, there's
yeah.
more of them.
There's about their squad. There's about 30 of them. There's people I've
Honest
never
to God.
seen.
Still beating with us.
There's a room upstairs, and it's like that scene in Aliens where they just keep on getting born out of eggs.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's loads of face
It's like it's gremlins.
face hookers
Some
everywhere.
fella like.
Don't
All right,
get-
don't get them wet. Don't get them wet, and don't feed them
don't
after
feed
12. I feel. Well, give us the Patreon comments in there, Dick, because I feel like we're just rambling on.
Yeah.
This can't be good content.
Chen
No,
Howard
this
lost
has
his
gotta
voice
be
screaming that
terrible
shortly,
content.
yeah. Gary Ward, goal! Wales, he says.
Okay.
Zach,
I mean, Ned's reading comments from 10 to 5, but carry on, yeah.
Rafa Benitez, my heart says no, but my head says yes.
Who's that from?
Says Zakion.
Okay.
Gary Ward, it's got to be problems with the feed out of Baku because ESPN is having problems too.
Yeah, it's the feed.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
it's the
BBC.
It's been fine for Olaf.
His nose has gone.
Oh,
yeah.
His nose has gone to West Ham.
Because sunshine.
And his face has gone to Swansea.
Oh,
Oh, get away.
No,
Hey,
it's
don't
not.
take your top off.
Have a look at these.
Have a look at these. Have you seen me gooch? Have you seen me gooch?
Look.
I mean, that's a horrendous
Oh,
foul.
it's the knee hit him in the face. They just knee hit him in the
Lee
face.
Ties Dar, some funny names commenting on YouTube. Yesterday it was Bump Off K, today it's Smoky McPart.
There you go.
Interesting. Kevin Rex, Big T, he says, just a thought, guys, you don't think Everton are waiting for the Euros to finish?
They can't,
As whoever
though.
it is, their manager in the
Oh,
tournament.
they can't wait though.
Can't.
Well,
Even if they
who would
announced
it be? If it was, who would it be?
Roberto Martinez.
Martinez, wouldn't it? Or Mancini? I don't think Everton will go after Mancini. So Martinez,
Löw has said he's
Yergi Löw.
He's not going into club football.
I'd have Yergi Love just for the name, because it's definitely not pronounced that.
Yeah, with the
But he's
sniffer.
just gone,
The
call me
sniffer.
Yergi Love.
Surely
And
He
Oh, God.
sniffed it last
Sam,
night. Scratched his
surely
sniff last
he
night.
must have-
Fair play to him. He
No.
full sends it and he's not bothered about the
Oh, he
camera.
doesn't care, does he?
He doesn't
He
care.
doesn't care
He's
that
not
everyone
bothered.
in Europe
You'd
and the
think
world is
someone would have
looking at him
told him,
sniffing his
stop
wallet.
sniffing your hands on telly.
I'll
And
be
he just goes full in the pants.
Someone probably has told him and he's gone,
That
"I
is
think you know
worrying,
what?
I like
innit?
the attitude.
You will call me Yergi Love and I will sniff my
As long
hands on
as-
telly
As long as he's washing.
after I've touched
As long as
past
he's
his
washing
boots."
them afterwards, then I've got no problem with it.
But
You know what I mean? It's not like he's going like that and then going,
He
rah,
might
rah.
do that, but he does when he scores. He celebrates and he's got
They all get a sniff and don't
goal
they?
nuts all
He
over
goes
you.
full,
You might have a hand sanitizer down there.
goes
but-
full-
Maybe he does. Maybe he knew.
Automatic
Maybe he
spray
knew
on.
before the rest of us. Maybe he just didn't want to start a panic.
he goes Mick Foley.
Doesn't want to start a rush on hand sanitizer.
Do you know when
He
Mick
does.
Foley gets
He's
the
got a sock. He's got a socko like Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
Maybe he's just always cold.
Go on,
And just
stick it in.
knows where the warmth is. Oh,
Not Tony
Well
Hibbert.
defended.
I'll tell you what, this is going to be a hell of a last 15 minutes there.
It's going to be 20 with
The
this stoppage
Turkish
time,
people
innit?
are throwing everything at these Welsh gentlemen.
TalkSport now saying that Benitez is on the brink of the Everton job.
So what? So what? Who cares? In 18 months, someone else will be on the brink. And then 18 months after that, I'll be getting the job. So who gives a monkey?
Get Big Kev on your five-a-side team. Jonathan, Toffee TV.
Hang on, let's can we just stop this idea? Let's wait till we have the Rainbow Toffee game, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm not involved in the Rainbow Toffee game though, so that doesn't.
No, I know, because you're not on a big channel.
That-
So,
I'm sat here.
He's there.
to be fair, Cam, what you should do on that day is just come down, because you know what'll happen,
Because
mate.
I won't be playing.
Baz will be there for moral support.
Are you going down, are you?
Of course he will be. Of course he will be, because he's professional, and it gives us content.
And he's got massive
So
cards.
me and Ned will be there.
I'll be sub.
You
I'll
can
get
come
some-
down,
I'll
and
get some
you'll
play.
get a game, and we'll get a feel for
Alan Harper's
the
playing.
the footballers.
And then we'll do a five-a-side.
And then we'll think about doing a five-a-side. See, what my dream is that... Well, it's not really a dream.
What's going on here?
My dream! No, what we should do is actually put a little five-a-side team together and have a bit of a competition with some other teams and raise some money for charity.
Yeah.
Gingers in need. Feed the ginger.
Paddy Brown's asking if
Give
you've
them
seen...
some block. I haven't seen Loki yet.
Okay.
Seen
No,
the first.
Paddy, he hasn't seen
Not
it.
today's.
Not today. Not today, Paddy. Not today.
Block that sun out. Let the gingers enjoy the summer.
You were saying you're a ginger before, now you're saying you're not.
No, I didn't say it wasn't, did I? I mean, I literally didn't say I wasn't.
He didn't say
Right.
I
he
didn't
was.
say he wasn't.
Horizon Sun, your hair is.
Horizon Sun.
What's that?
I always thought it was Nordic. Well, I always used to say it was Nordic Sunset.
Nordic Sunset.
Nordic Sunset. That's my
Yeah,
name.
it's got like a little fade to it, hasn't it?
Nordic Sunset. I mean, I don't think the cut makes a difference. I'm talking about the colour. Nordic Sunset is mine. Yours is more Australian.
Mine's Fregley off Diary.
Summertime.
Jim White said, Rafa,
Mine's annoying kid round the pool haircut.
welcome, Rafa.
Annoying person everywhere.
Someone control that ginger.
Oh!
E-roller.
Jim White said it. Must be two. Jim White said it. Hello, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
Jim, Rafa,
Hello, Jim.
manager.
It's me, Farhad.
I can't just. The thing about it is, right,
It's boring now.
it's not even that boring, right? I've seen a message before, where the message from Kane before. Kane's a home and away Evertonian who, you know, is at the age where he loves the club, and I do think it'll break people like him.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, isn't it? At the end of the day, they're your hardcore. I'm not saying that they're better than anyone else, but what I mean is they're the people though who put their heart and soul into Everton every single weekend.
Absolutely.
And if you lose that, then what are you left with? You know what I mean?
Nothing.
And Everton can't afford to piss off fans like that. They really can't. Can't afford to piss off anyone. Go on.
Oh, get it
Go
in.
on. Get it in.
Go
Get on.
on.
Get on. Get on.
Oh, not enough.
Gareth.
pace on it.
Gareth's having a shocker!
Back in the other
Couldn't get the
corner.
pace
I
on
think
it.
shouting was going to make a decent back, lad.
He might hear me.
If it's Rafa, what do we expect, says Michael Winstanley.
A new manager in 18 months.
Fair play,
To be sat in the same...
Hello.
That was sharp.
Hello, December. We'll be busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start getting our content ready for December.
I'll have probably recorded my Rafa Benitez leaves Everton video on the same day I'm recording Rafa Benitez joins.
Oh, no, tackle. Oh, what a tackle.
Oh,
what a tackle. He just gave him a yard and he got it.
All you need
Was
is
that
a
Ramsey again being
Ned's got an
superb?
head like
Ramsey
a
has
rusty
been
padlock.
superb here.
Ramsey's being the real leader.
That's harsh, that.
What's he just said?
Ned's got a head like a
Yeah.
rusty padlock.
That's Gay who was taking the piss out of Cameron as well.
He's having a laugh
Have you,
with it,
have
isn't he?
you tweeted that, by the way? You need to tweet it.
Who's that? Jim White.
Jim White.
Yeah, it's all
What's he
right.
saying?
Ned will tweet it about 11
Tweet it
tonight.
out
Rafa Benitez news.
saying, yeah.
Oh.
Jim White, say source Jim White and TalkSport being told Rafa Benitez
I've got
on
him
the brink of
muted for
becoming
some reason.
Everton's manager after more talks today. So, I mean, it is TalkSport and it is Jim White, but Jim White is also close with Farhad Mashiri. So, you can't, you know, Jesus.
Bit of a.
It's going to be crazy. Don't get me wrong, I was advocating for the fella 18 months ago, but
just we feel like we're in a different place now, though, don't we?
Yeah, that was till Duncan looked at me, basically, and told me to not be silly. in a way, he said that. He just gave me a look, as in, I would be under some patio. Look at you! Tweet!
I'm gonna have to make
Baz is not. Baz is.
Gonna have to make a new.
Baz has gone to the source.
I'm going straight to the shop.
Hello, Farhad, it's Baz.
Hello, Farhad.
Hello, I spoke to Jim.
Ed. Are we still live?
Yeah.
For the last few minutes.
Come on, Wales, come on! 9 minutes to go, come on!
There's a break, go on,
come
Banter,
on!
keep going, get the touch.
Land of my father's, not actual land of my father. Cause my
Don't foul.
My father's from the Dingle, but
Don't foul.
The Dingle?
The Dingle, yeah.
Demerald done well there.
I was brought up in the Welsh streets though.
Yeah.
Where they make Peaky Blinders.
Steve the Blue says it's like sitting
over the water.
Sorry, you explained what. Sorry.
No. The posh houses in it are over the water. But that's Port Sunlight.
Oh yeah, been there to watch a comedy show.
What?
Hot water comedy.
What?
Oh, Hot Water Comedy Club.
Hang on.
It wasn't a hot water. It wasn't a hot water comedy club.
I
It was some I don't want to say arena because it's not an arena. It's just a room with a few chairs in.
In Port Sunlight.
In Port Sunlight.
Okay, fair enough. So you know why Port Sunlight looks like the way it does?
No, I was absolutely bored.
It was okay. Port Sunlight was made for the workers of a very famous company that makes soap, and I can't remember what they're called. And they're asked to stay as it is. So when they made Peaky Blinders for the posh houses, they filmed there because it looks like it did because it hasn't changed.
Yeah. Imperial Leather.
No, that's a label. What do you call Lever Brothers?
Lever
Brothers.
It was Lever on it.
It's a big company.
They're in competition with the Mitchell.
They had the factory. That's where they had the factory. But where they live in Peaky Blinders, that's the Welsh streets. And I was brought up in.
That's the latest.
Gwydder Street. I was brought up in.
So there you go.
Gwydder Street out, which was so that was brought on the Welsh Street, which was in Peaky Blinders, and then we moved to the streets, which were in another TV program called Bread.
Steve the Blue.
So what I'm basically saying is TV just follows me down.
That's it.
You
are TV.
Steve the Blue Shed's like the second half sitting in the Gladys Street when you just start chatting and the match is going on.
Yeah.
Chance. So anyway.
Yeah, and then something happens and you don't know how it happened because you've just been rabbiting on for 5 minutes.
Lee Evans has done a sketch on that, hasn't he, about football fans being like psychopaths and like. Is he? Is he?
Yeah. Is Lee Evans the one who was
always uses a towel?
That football sketch.
He's a big.
That's
Chad Evans or something.
No, that's what's his name?
No, that definitely wasn't Chad. No, move on.
That's Lee. What's his face?
Yeah, that's his name, Lee. What's his face?
What?
The one who dresses up like a footballer.
What happened?
He does a sketch where he goes, well, we won.
Oh yeah, that's Lee Tingle from he jumped on the Goodison
got
he was a Man City player and got arrested. And he's also the one who threw the money at Sepp Blatter, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No, that's Lee Tingle.
Rangers easy okay says must be a sickener for you lads if Benitez is true.
Is it Harry Wilson's coming on? I thought he was in One Direction.
No.
Harry Wilson.
That's Harry Styles.
Steve O says, why do you want Wales to win? Do you think they want
I don't care.
No, England to win any game, dream on. Right, before Ped rants, I'll just say, I want all of the three of them to win. Scotland, England and Wales, mate. I'm not that bothered about it, that it upsets me. Wales are here. I like going on holiday to Wales, and they're doing well. I want Scotland to do well, and I want England to do well, mate. That's it. I don't have this thing of I'm English and I can't want to.
I class myself as British if I'm anything, right?
So why wouldn't you?
So I want all the home nations to win. I'm not asked. I want them all to win. So, and I'm not asked about. They're not rivals to me. I don't look at British. So when we're in the Olympics, do you boo all the Welsh athletes that are in British vests?
People, mate. Yeah.
There you go. Good for them. They can watch the Commonwealth Games then. Have a laugh with concrete football.
Concrete football is a good one.
Super chat from Mr. Michael RAF. Thank you. He says, "Hi lads, did you see the Ronaldo Coca-Cola?"
That's very precise.
Also, all the best from RAF. Akritori
In Cyprus. Yeah, he's a good lad.
Oh yeah,
Michael's been on
right.
Nice one, Michael.
Yeah, nice one, Michael. That was boss. Go on to think you. Don't be wasting time.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it before, actually, one of the shows. What we were saying was, number one, it's slightly hypocritical for 2 reasons. He has done adverts for Coca-Cola in the past, so he's took money off them. Number 2, he's head to toe in Nike. But you live and you learn, you grow up, and what he's learned is, and there was a clip of him actually saying to an interview that he's been telling, doesn't like his son drinking Coke or Fanta, because he says it goes against your body. It's putting crap into you, which it is.
Sugar.
Right, it's just sugar water. So he advocates for water, and it dropped. The share price of Coke dropped by 4 billion. It went back up, but isn't that scary in the world, right? That a decision made by a sports person could cut the value of a major company by 4 billion. It's like when Trump said something about one company and the shares went down. That tells you how scary shares are.
Well, it's how thingy, isn't it? They're very temperamental, aren't they? One way or the other. It's all paper money. It's not real money anyway. Yeah. But that's how quick it can turn. They're very volatile. It can go one way or the other.
Joshua on the super chat.
It's a great save.
Imagine Cam's legs were on the stock exchange. Imagine the value of them by now today.
They'd have dropped.
They've dropped massively. But if he had shares in like a food company, they'd be up through the roof.
Yeah.
That's it.
Joshua.
What a response! You can tell he's hungry. He's thinking about food.
He's got no interest. Dan James, brilliant. Dan.
Go on!
Dan James, lad. Great.
Go on, Dan! Go on, play the ball! Get rid of the ball! Get down! What a terrible ball! Oh my God! Someone on Twitter asked me before what I thought of Dan James, and I put amazing pace, terrible final ball.
Why didn't he just roll it across though?
Oh my God!
Super chat from Josh. He says Bale to Ramsey, Real Madrid to Juventus.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Ethan McGee on the super chat also says, imagine saying in 2005, Rafa will be Everton boss.
I'd have had him in 2005, he was decent then.
Football was different then.
You might be having him in 2021, mate, and you'll have to just get over it.
Great.
What can we do though? We could sit here and bemoan it, can't we?
Yeah.
But realistically, what can we do? It's not our decision, is it? If Everton have, and listen, just all I would say on the Rafa stuff, right, is on Friday night, TalkSport were also one of the people that said Nuno Espirito Santo is expected to be named the Everton manager in the next 24 hours. Pick it up, lad. Pick it up. We sliced it. Pick it up.
See, if I'd been the keeper here, I would have jumped up in the air and gone, ah!
I still don't think it will be Rafa.
Right, but what Ped said though, it's Jim White and he is very well connected to Farhad Moshiri. But who knows? Who knows?
And also, right?
Who knows?
Also, right? He's had talks. So what?
Yeah.
It's Everton. Today, someone might appear out of a lucky bag. And Everton might have talks with them.
An agent might get on to him, one of his mates, Mendes or something might get on and go, you know the way Nuno said he wanted this and this, he actually doesn't, he only wants this, and that might swing it back. Or Rudy Garcia, someone might tell Moshiri that Rudy Garcia is essentially Pep Guardiola, and he'll go. So until it's been fully confirmed as Rafael Benitez, what can we do?
That's it.
Thomas, super chat. Thanks, Thomas.
What's Thomas said?
Nothing. I guess I just want to shout out, but thanks, Thomas.
Who's it? What's the name?
Thomas R.
Thomas R. Nice one, Thomas, for the super chat.
Thomas.
Cheers, mate, from R. Thomas.
Yeah. That's a foul, that. I mean, that looked like a foul.
Thomas.
Come on,
Paul Hewitt saying Jim White saying he's the new Rafa Benitez is the new Everton manager.
Did he say that? He said he's very close.
Yeah, it says very.
Keep it. Oh!
Clear it!
Oh,
great defending.
Well, it's good foul.
Good defending. Good defending.
Jesus.
Head in hands.
What's going off? It's going off!
Oh, it's got look at Yilmaz.
See, I told you it was a dormant in town.
Why is he kicking? Oh, someone's just stood on Ramsey as well. What's going on here? What's he doing there?
Australia.
It's because they know they're on the way out. That's right. Who's 22? Stop getting involved. Stop getting involved. Oh, someone's down now. He's just kicked them down when he's on. Well said, lad. Tell them to keep their heads. Absolutely. Don't get involved with it. What they're trying to do.
I bet you he doesn't. Bet you no one gets a booking.
Look at you. Pure act there.
I bet you nobody gets a booking. And it'd be like...
It's too chaos, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're like, what's going on? Who am I
Too
booking?
chaotic.
When
Not too chaos.
chaotic.
Chaotic's what you want.
Full time. I will end the
I've had enough of you now!
Please leave.
If you carry on, I'll end this.
Yeah,
I'll end
the
this.
cards are coming out.
I'll end this.
The cards are
But
coming
watch
out.
it, it'll be a yellow for you and a yellow for you.
Well,
One
he's
for
not going to
each.
send anyone off, is he?
You.
He's not going to send anyone off because what can he do? Yellow for the big
Oh,
dog.
Lampard
Yellow
got
for...
rid of
Oh, he's got
his-
3.
cool dreadlocks.
Get
There
the
you
other
go.
fella who come
There
flying.
you go.
Why has he got his face in the liner?
What about the fella what about the one who stood on the Wales player?
Why is Lampard who got rid of his dreadlocks? They were bossed.
So what
then.
actually
hang
happens
on.
here? So it's amazing
So there's
defending.
nothing wrong with that.
There's not, and he's pretending like...
He's pretending he's been...
Hang on.
Like, there's nothing wrong with
Hang
that.
on.
So let's see what else
What
happens.
does
Does
he
he
do?
kick him or
Go on,
something?
stand on his head.
I'm only picking him up, isn't he? Oh, it's a little tap in the face, but...
Oh, come on! Oh! That's proper
I
handbag,
was like,
that!
I'm on the chair yesterday.
See, I'll be honest, they were both as bad as each other.
He gets
Oh,
done
he's gone
again.
again. The ref shoved him.
He gets done again.
Now he slapped him.
Oh my god, I've not seen anyone as angry
Oh,
since
mate.
I last saw Cam demanding his salt and pepper chicken.
Yeah, few.
Oh.
Can't stop saying, look at it for 4 fellas.
Let's go now.
The fella is
It's
absolutely
time.
starving.
When he orders from Uber Eats and they've said it will now be an extra 5 minutes. No, it won't!
I'm on the phone like, you're mad, aren't you?
Ben Schofield says Rafa. Where are we?
When
Rafa
you
to
said
be
Silva
announced.
got to go and you just went,
The Echo's saying it's very close, but that will simply just have taken it from what Jim White said, haven't he?
Echo just report what other people say, don't they? Which is fine.
Thanks for me.
Business.
I'm sure they'll be happy, Ned, that they've got your approval there for reporting the news. Oh, needs to clear it. That's it. Well, here away.
The Rafa out shouts have started
Go.
already.
He will do, won't he? Dan James, switch it. That's it, lad.
Come on.
There's the chance, Garrett. I mean,
Get in that corner.
look at Dan James is on. Bale, play him.
Would you put... No!
Oh,
Well,
Yes!
first time!
Harry
Wilson.
Styles.
arm.
Harry Styles Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh.
Should I put Brooks on?
Saved it.
Good block with his
Come on,
leg.
put
but
it in
he
the
should have
corner.
scored.
In the corner.
They're in
in the
you're
corner.
in the final.
Come on,
They're in
Wales.
Wales are in the 4th minute of injury
Wales.
time.
All they've got to do now is get a result off Italy.
Joxan Schreiner says,
wait,
I'd
no.
rather my blind nan manage just than Rafa.
Really?
Is she really blind?
I don't know.
No. I would really rather your nan than Benitez.
Why are you taking Dan James off? He's the outball.
Yeah, he is the output. But
Nico
Nico
Williams.
Williams.
Ah, but Nico Williams, I mean,
Going-
defender
going
on
for
though,
the
innit?
big
you know.
Jay Dunn says,
They'll
hey,
take all the
lads.
credit for this now, of course.
Hey lads, great to see you all together. My favourite setup. Thanks,
Ah.
mate.
Cheers, mate.
We are family.
Thomas R. Oh, brilliant, Bale. Brilliant. Come on, just stay in the box.
Play him.
Oh!
You greedy
Get the
git.
shot. Get the shot, mate. Oh! Corner. Key for more.
Thomas
Almost.
R says Wenger in.
Yeah.
Winger in what?
In
the scram van?
Subway.
Martin Hennessy says, always back the manager,
In the
but I
Titanic.
can't back Rafa Benitez.
There's a picture of Rafa in the swimming pool in the Titanic reception.
With his Everton trackie on.
Around.
Full Everton trackied up. But in the 5th minute, Sun Tzu is fuming. Still fuming.
Shane Towson's going mad, isn't he? Let's be honest.
There he goes, done him again, Bale.
One.
Game over. Gareth Bale. Done superb.
Brilliant.
All because Nico Williams come on
It
that.
was because of Nico
Because of
Williams.
Nico
It was
Williams.
Nico Williams.
2-0.
Because of,
Game
I tell you
over.
what though, for the goal difference, that's big as well.
Yeah, it's huge.
Flush, that is.
Turkey are out. -5 goal difference. Good
Turkey
night.
have been roasted.
I mean,
Switzerland's...
The old ones.
Connor Roberts.
Is it
Hang on, Mick Flint. Wales have won despite Baz. Haven't I been the most positive all the way through? Oh dear,
Well
McFlynn,
done,
you've had
well
an
done.
absolute nightmare there.
Well done, Gary.
You've confused me with Ned.
Do you think it's over for Switzerland now then?
No, they've
Well,
got to
no,
get a
they've
win.
got to win.
If they can get a point tonight and then beat...
Yeah, but they've also got to play Turkey, though, haven't they?
Italy tonight.
They've got to play it, but they've got to play Turkey in the last game, haven't they?
Yeah.
So they can still get 6 points. You know,
They've got to match Wales results.
sorry, not 6 points.
Well, yeah, they can get 6 points, yeah. They've got to match Wales results.
So what have Wales got now? 4.
Yeah. 4 points will get him from...
But no, but they could get something. Don't write off Switzerland tonight. They could get something out of
yeah,
Italy.
yeah,
Game,
They've only
couldn't
played one game and they
Definitely.
got a point. Thomas R, who was the player who made you fall in love with the club?
No one made me fall in club.
Yeah,
no one player made me fall. I was too young.
Yeah, I'd say my dad made me fall in love with the club.
What I would say is though, if you're talking about if you wanted a player who actually was Duncan. Duncan's the person who, when I needed an Everton someone, because we all get to that stage in our lives where we're like, not when you're a kid, when you're a teenager, no, your mates are Reds or whatever, and you're not for it. You need someone who you can get behind, and Duncan was that player for me, who I could get behind. Yes, Wales.
How old was you when Dunk went to Newcastle?
All over.
I was like 17, 18. So that was a bit older. So that was like the worst thing in the world. But when I needed someone, that's who Duncan was. He was like that person to get behind. And that's when he came at the right. That's why so many people love him, because he came of a generation who were like 13, 14, 15. When you're going to school, you're having to put up with them every day, and then suddenly someone comes in who they can't bully. So when we played them in derbies, it was just like, don't call these, and he did, like a few times. So that's why so many people love him. You forget about all the other stuff, injuries and all that. When Evertonians needed a hero, he was there. Forget he scored his first goal in a Merseyside derby to take us off the bottom of the table.
There's no way a Turkey getting through now, is there? Unless they beat
the -5.
Unless they beat Switzerland 4-0 and Turkey lose the next two games.
Because if Italy get any kind of no, they can't, because Italy have already won. So that's Telly's box. Telly's gone up for his box. Italy have already won, so they've got 3. So the most Turkey can get is 3.
But they have to win by 4 goals.
No, it's not happening.
And they'll have to
Turkey going home. Yeah. You're going home in a luxury aeroplane. We still live?
Yeah.
We are, yeah.
Yeah, we are. So, yeah, it's all mad. It's all mad. David Sullivan says, I've got to go to work in Wales for a night shift tonight. They're going to be insufferably smug.
Why
you know what? Right, I'm not going to go, Dave, because I'm just a thingy, but I honestly, are Welsh, like, are they, like, going to be rubbing it in? To me, I just don't feel this strongly about international football. I'm glad they won, and it was a good, exciting game.
Won't they be all playing with the pet dragons?
I thought they'd be made up.
Did they have pet
Nothing to do with England, is it?
Yeah.
Sounds like a nice team.
Oh, once you get to know
do you know what I mean?
They tell you.
It's weird.
Knock around the castle.
I've always wanted the home nations to do well at home.
Always.
So it's dead weird.
I've always wanted.
Kind of mad.
Hey, I remember like my 86 Scotland wanted them to win Northern Ireland. You know, 90 Scotland wanted Scotland to do well. I've never been. It is funny. It is. Oh yeah, Gareth Bale.
Come on, lads. We'll have a cracking game of golf.
Gareth Bale's like, lads, don't drink Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Don't watch my penalty back. None of yous.
Let's not let this slip.
He did well after missing the Prem.
No, it took him about 5-10 minutes to get his head sorted, but no, I've always wanted all the home nations to do well. Always wanted the Republic of Ireland to do well. Always.
Yeah.
Look how far away the pitch is to that. I couldn't watch a game there.
That's a joke.
Sitting about 3 miles away.
No, I've always wanted home nations to do well. Yeah, always.
Rangers easy okay, says fair play to Wales, absolutely class. All worked their socks off compared to us on Monday. Steve Clark was pathetic. Yeah, Scotland was a bit.
To be fair though, Turkey were crap.
Yeah.
They were crap.
Turkey weren't good today.
They were rubbish then. They had nothing about them at all. Nothing.
Sol said Defo had his Angel Delight strawberry flavour. Surprised he didn't go over to the camera and give it to Ned about it not being a biscuit.
If it's finished 1-0, I'd say, but I think for a 2-0 it's butterscotch.
But no, I'd be more with the strawberry.
I like strawberry.
I'd go more with the strawberry.
Strawberry's nice.
Like banana, me.
And Cam go with the
Never
banana.
had Angel Delight.
Don't like banana stuff.
Have you ever had
Like
Angel
bananas.
Delight?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Hang on.
I mean, you
hang
thought
on,
it was a biscuit.
hang on. You've had...
No, what I said, I never said I think it's a biscuit. I said, someone said, oh, it's got a bit of biscuit in it, so we call it a biscuit. I said, we won't call Angel Delight a biscuit if you put Angel Delight on your biscuit.
I'll be honest with you, right? I'm no wiser after you just saying that.
My mum used to put Angel Delight on a biscuit base and it was really nice.
Base.
Matthew West says we're all British, but England come first. Standard. Be boss, British fan. No, but that's fine, right? I've got no problem with that. That's fine. But
Doesn't mean you have to
people
hate
who were like,
Wales.
some people seem to be getting upset before that. We were happy Wales were winning, and I don't. If it was Wales-England, I'd rather England won. But if Wales won, I wouldn't be sat here going, I can't believe that. It'd just be like, fair play, they deserve to win. That's how I view it. I don't have strong feelings one way or the other. I want them all to do well.
If I'm anything, I'm British, right? If I'm anything. I certainly don't see myself as English. I see myself as British. I enjoy the Olympics. I get behind the team in the Olympics because it's the British team. I think it all represents, especially coming from here. I've just come back from a week on holiday in Wales. He went to a week on holiday in Wales. It's right there. The people are like us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're only there. And I feel like a kinship with them. I'm not going to start going, made up, you just got beat. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why, we're all brought up, really. This is my take on it. In the last few years, too many people have been like, have this notion it's everyone against everybody else. And they're not like, and then they want you. Then they all go, "Oh, we're all in this together." Well, if you're all in this together, then we're all in this together, aren't we? So, I'm fully behind Wales and fully behind Scotland. I wasn't gutted Scotland got beat, but I wanted them to win. Of course, I did. I didn't want Andy Robinson to win, but I wanted the rest of them to win. Do you know what I mean?
If he could have not won, then.
I'll tell you another thing. Right? I remember watching England versus Scotland in was it 98, 99. Don Hutchins scored the winner at Wembley for Scotland. I wanted Scotland to win because they had Don Hutchinson. There was no way I was made up when he scored because it was an Everton player.
Yeah.
So there you go. Right, any more before we go? It's 7 o'clock. So
yeah,
I think people have probably switched off. Right?
Yeah, they probably have. Even though 450 still watching.
Ooh,
there you go.
Big numbers. Numbers.
So, yeah.
That Shane McMahon would be proud of.
So listen, obviously at the moment, Benitez looks like it's
in the running.
In the run, looks like it could happen. He's the favourite. He's the new favourite. He's 1-3 to be the favourite now at the bookies. Obviously after Jim White's thing. So Ned, go ahead. What are your initial thoughts if it was to be Rafa Benitez?
Has got a biscuit base.
I'm surprised the club would go with him. I think if the club has gone with him, it's probably a far right decision. It's just another. When you, this is an estimation, by the way, but when it's quite obvious that it's not a Marcel Brands signing, yet he's the director of football, then it just leaves you in like this place where it's like it's everything. We're going to be here in 18 months for players that we don't want. Yeah, it's just happening again.
What if Everton were to say that Marcel Brands was still going to be buying all the players, right?
And that's fine.
And
but the thing would happen
because there's an ethos, right? And Rafa Benitez is simply the head coach, so he'll just coach the players who we bring in.
I don't think he's.
Well,
I don't think he's got a leg to stand on.
Benitez,
yeah, he's a manager. He's out of work.
So no, but that's what I'm saying. So if that's the case, then, and all I'm doing is playing devil's advocate, by the way. Case, I'm just saying, would that change the way you feel or not?
If Marcel Brands is still making his signings, and it's a head coach to come and fit those signings, then it should be Marcel Brands looking for the head coach that fits his signings. And then I think Marcel Brands would go look at a Potter or
say Marcel Brands has spoke to him today and has been impressed with him.
Then fair enough, but I think it's the... I'm not...
No, I only asked you what your initial thoughts were. So
I'm not
you're not happy?
No.
Right, okay. Cam?
No, I'm the same, to be honest with you. I just think he's not the right man for the job. I think we're in a point now with Everton where we need somebody that was going to come in and unite the club, be it the fans, the players, the board, everybody together, and I just don't think Rafa Benitez does that. I don't like his style of football. I don't think he's at the top of his game and hasn't been for some years. I'll get behind him because I'm not going to go to the match. I'm not going to stop supporting Everton. Maybe some people will, and that's their choice, and that's fine. That's their feelings, but I'm not. I'll always watch Everton. I'll always get behind whoever's in charge. But to be honest, I think it's, again, short-termism. It's short-termism. It's not thinking for the long term. It's not thinking about, where we're going to be in 2, 3, 4 years. It's just thinking about he's the biggest name out there, so go out and bring him in. And I just don't think it particularly works, but we'll wait and see.
Ped, I mean, what people might say, he's the safe pair of hands, Sir Bramley Moore.
I will give the same reasons why I give what I give 18 months ago is he wants the job.
Yeah.
He's passionate. He lives local, which is a big thing. He knows the city. He knows the rivalry, right? Which are big things. Yes, I get the whole thing of him being a ex-Liverpool and Liverpool's his club and all that. I understand that, I really do. And that will stick in the throat of a lot of people. He ticks a hell of a lot of boxes more than some other people do. But it's that box of him being the Liverpool manager. But he was also the Chelsea manager. And he was also the Real Madrid manager. And he was also the Valencia manager. And he was also the Newcastle manager.
Napoli.
Very experienced manager who may feel like this is the perfect job at the perfect time for him. And what's funny is he's almost like the flip side of David Moyes. The style's not particularly much different. Mm. But he's like almost like the Liverpool version of what a David Moyes... He's like if you were to say to Liverpool fans, maybe if like they got rid of Klopp and you wanted someone to come in for 6 months, I bet you'll load them and go, get Benitez, he's safe. Mm. Whereas we were a bit like that with Moyes. We were a bit like, get Moyes in. Just give him a year, give him the rest of the season or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's where it simply comes down to the fact that he managed. That would be the thing that puts a lot of people off. Because ultimately football is very tribal for people and they can't switch off because that's what it's like for some people. Some of us consume. We've just been talking out there about Wales. We all consume football in so many different ways, and it's different things are important to us about football. And this will be a stretch too far for some people, and I appreciate that. And I can't tell them those kind of people how to feel. I just know that at this point, that list is uninspiring, and he's no worse to me than Nuno is. So I'll be honest, I can't get angry about it because I haven't got enough anger in me anymore when it comes to Everton.
Fair enough. Baz?
Yeah, I'm underwhelmed. The worry for me, I'm not looking at it and going, it's because he's an ex-Red, I don't want him. I understand people who do that, that's fine. That's not my primary reason. My primary reason is the style of football that he plays. I'm not happy with. I wanted us to look like we're thinking a little bit more long term. I guess from Managerial's point of view, he looks and says, Bramley Moore in 3 years, should we have stability to take us there for 3 years? Is a big club really going to come back in for Rafael Benitez at 61 and take him? Probably not. That shouldn't necessarily be the reason why he gets the Everton job. Yeah. But that's how it feels to me. But what I would say is Nuno Espirito Santo was according to everybody on the verge of being named the Everton manager on Friday night. Mm. And Wednesday of the following week, and apparently he's slipping down the list. Yeah. So just because Jim White has said that he's the Everton manager,
just another name,
until Everton actually confirm it, or we see it all tomorrow and it's getting confirmed, then maybe that isn't quite the case. He might have impressed Everton today with because they have to do a presentation. He might have done a really good presentation. and people might have gone, yeah, he's got a good chance of getting it. Maybe that's all it is, but we'll know more, won't we, over the next few hours. But I must admit, I'm not sitting here made up.
Yeah.
That's all, because I understand he's got good attributes to him, but he's also got bad attributes to him. He's a little bit toxic at times. I think he's someone who can, if he doesn't get his own way, can cause issues. We've seen that at Newcastle. You know, he didn't like things, so he started trying to turn people against the board and turn people against the director of football there and turn different things. That's not really what Everton Football Club needs. But you might say he's 2 years older. You know what I mean? His stock's dropped a bit, and maybe if he comes in, he might be coming in on different terms, and Everton might have said to him, this is what we do here. Marcel Brand's picked because we need to get our house in order. We want you to be the head coach and use your tactical nous to get us into the European places or whatever, and we'll back you with money, or we'll bring players in you need. And he might have accepted that and be happy with that because he's 61, he doesn't have to move. You know, who knows, he might have been more demanding at the likes of Newcastle because he wasn't living there, was he? His family weren't there, and I'm not saying that's a good enough excuse, but I just mean maybe that's what's happened, but it's not one that really will make me excited for the new season.
No, I'm the same.
But I will get behind him because, like you said before, Evertonian, and I got behind Sam Allardyce, even though that sickened me to my stomach at times. But you want them to do well. I just, with what I did with Allardyce, and I think a lot of people might do this with Benitez, is I just focused on the team.
Yeah.
He was there picking it and doing it, but my focus was the team. I guess a bit of me was thinking he's not going to be here though at the end of the season, and that kind of made it easier. So I don't know. It is what it is. But until he stood there with his Everton stuff and it's been announced, I guess things can change overnight. So that's kind of where I am with it.
Doing breaking news, he was offered the job last night.
Who?
Sky Sports.
Saying Benitez was?
He was offered the job.
But he wasn't offered the job last night, so that's basically it. But it's probably come from Sky Kever, who's still telling us Zaha's signing in the next 10 minutes.
Telegraph are saying it as well.
He wasn't offered the job last night.
No, Telegraph are saying that we're on the verge.
Oh, he might be on the verge now, but he wasn't last night. So there you go. Anyway, let's see. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Because we don't actually know, do we? Until Everton have confirmed it. And let's be honest, right? If Everton confirm it and he's the Everton manager, what can we do?
None.
People can kick off all they want, but it's not going to change anything, is it?
Nothing at all.
So,
nothing at all.
If it is going to be him, they need to get him appointed as early as possible.
Yeah, get it
so
out.
that so part of the fume
can die down.
Get it out the way.
Jason Burt has reported it. So. Right, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. It's one of them. I honestly don't know how to feel about it if it was to happen, because it's all right speculating about it and talking about it, but until it actually becomes real, you know, and I'm aware that all four of us are sitting on our phones.
Because we're going, man.
No.
I just don't know what to say, to be honest.
If it's true, it's true. It's just. It is incredible that somehow, though, we've managed to get to this position where we've been linked with every single manager in the world, and the fella who's basically just been sitting over the water for the last 3 weeks, who's probably been ringing Goodison reception every day, going, "Can I speak to Jim, please?"
It's as if the club have all just gone.
No, but the thing about it is, though,
can I speak to
if
Jim?
You want to, if you want to take a positive out of it, right? What if Everton sat down with Nuno, right, and we're just like,
yeah, he's not the man.
I am massively underwhelmed by you. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And
I've had to go with them for not pulling the plug on Koeman loads of times. Yeah. Because they had fears.
What if they've gone away and gone, right, let's take a few hours over this, or a few days, and they've come back and gone, he doesn't inspire me whatsoever. And then you've got to, but then the question mark is it's the people you're not speaking to in terms of other managers. So we've been linked with all kinds, but have they spoke to Potter? Is that ever become a realistic? Was that ever realistic?
I don't think it was, sadly.
And that's what I'm saying. So, or Gaultier, is that ever been realistic? It's been spun around, and people have got excited about it, but was it ever real? And that to me would be the thing: is have Everton ever at any point, and I've got no proof either way, being brave enough to go, let's go for him. Oh my God, did you see what he did? Have they got the resources to do that? Whereas people go, look at this, look at his XG and all this stuff. Do Everton make those decisions? And that to me would be, for all I know, the shortlist may have always contained people out of work.
That might it all it might have been rather.
Do you know what I mean?
Everton could have gone to Gaultier and he's got, listen, I've got a verbal agreement with Nice, and to get me out of that, it's going to take money or it's going to do that. We don't know, do we? We don't know.
We'll wait and see, I suppose.
For all we know, Rafa Benitez there might have been 3 men on Everton's shortlist, and it was Nuno, Rafa Benitez and someone else. And like you've just said, they spoke to Nuno and gone, nah, not for me. I don't know.
Wait and see them, I suppose.
No.
That's all we can do, eh?
Listen, it is what it is. There's not much we can do about it. If Everton name him as the manager, then they name him as the manager, and we'll get on with it.
And we'll have to deal with the fallout of it every day in the comments.
Alan Myers he just tweeted a gif of him just getting his phone out of the camera going, dropping it.
Yeah, well, everyone will be on to him though, won't they? Everyone will be on to him, so because he is obviously the link between the fans and...
Alan!
He's not puts a dildo in his ear.
No, what can we do?
And on that bombshell.
Right, are we going?
Wonder what? Do you know what though? I think the burning question tonight is what flavour Angel Delight Rafa Benitez likes.
Yeah.
And does he have a biscuit base?
That's the biggest thing, isn't it?
I love the fact there's zero excitement in the room.
Probably vanilla.
Zero excitement.
No,
ah, well, Ned, take us out.
You know what? We put the title, When Will Everton Just Get a Manager?
Yeah, and we've got it.
They've been watching and they've gone, get him.
When will we get a manager? There you go. Right, Wales have won. That's good if you're Welsh. If you're made up, you're not asked about Rafa Benitez if you're Welsh, are you?
Yeah, no.
You're not sitting there going, oh, Wales won, but we've got Rafa Benitez. I'm absolutely devastated, I am.
Some Welsh fans might be. Welsh Everton.
They'll be more devastated at that impression of a Welsh accent.
That's a proper Fireman Sam impression, that. Oh, Malcolm's been burning down the school again, Fireman Sam. Can you do something about that? Well, I'll try my best, Betty, but I don't know. He's just a pyromaniac and no one seems to be doing anything about his mental health.
Can't remember that episode.
He should have been in that episode. He kept on burning things down.
Yeah. There was a deeper meaning going on
there. You got Newcastle fans, you know, who were jealous and stuff like that, so...
He's been running around with lighter flowing.
Right, take us out. If we're not staying to the next game, take us out. I need to go and process this information.
I think we need to go and find Kane. Make sure he's all right.
Andy, you've seen Andy.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Andy said he's retiring.
Yeah.
The Piv.
From Everton, yeah. So.
Right.
Right, we're going anyway. See you later.
Nice
Bye.
one.
Bye.